Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! TW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! TW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! TW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Hello. How's it going, everybody? It's Shadowrun Hong Kong. It's the game. I don't remember. I mean, we did that. We did the sinking ship last time. I remember that. I don't remember if we did anything after that. When we got back. If we talked to anyone. Oh, I think maybe we didn't. So we might spend an hour talking to people. More notes. Oh, it's from Crafty Shoe. While I was blazing through my mom's journal, something struck me. We spent so much time reading about the walled city that we haven't thought to look at it, to paint a picture with the information we've been gathering. Okay. So I contacted a friend of mine, Riley, a Decker, and asked her to pull some data for me. Her results are surprising, and for what it's worth, I think we're onto something. Riley dug up records of things like reported sleep disturbances, psychotic breaks, HKPF responses to cult activities, etc. She found that they all form a classic bullseye heat pattern around the walled city. She couldn't find any data from within the walled city itself, but the outside data was still enough to establish a pattern inside the slum. Hey, Dio! What are you doing? Are you being mean? Dio. Be nice, Dio. Be nice. Whoa! Rosa! What's that for? Oh my gosh. Guys. Hey. Hey, break it up. Play with the banana. Yeah. Why don't you do that, Rosa? There's a mice there. Yeah, be good. Don't hurt each other. Excuse me. Here, you wanna come sit with me, Rosa? You wanna come sit with me? No? Okay. Just be good. This has gotta be more than a coincidence. Well, yeah. It's too unnatural to be attributed to anything else. Don't know what it means yet, but I've got my nose to the books. I'll let you know what I find out. Um, okay, guys, just be nice. I mean, that doesn't really tell us anything we didn't already know, right? It's radiating bad juju. One other thing. The last email I sent you, the one with my mother's notes, I went ahead and reread it. That took me back to the source text, and I was able to pull something else from our list. This isn't much, but it seems to be pretty consistent across our ramblings. If I'm reading it right, it's kind of like a set of rules that govern the interactions of the Yama Kings. It's surprisingly bureaucratic if I'm reading it right. The most interesting tidbit is this. There's something here about the Kings being unable to back down in a deal. It's like, if they give an inch, they forfeit everything. From what I'm reading, the Yama Kings have their own code of laws, but they don't have to follow them unless you know to call them on it. Like, they break the rules all the time, but if you can't cite chapter and verse on which rule they're breaking, it doesn't matter to them. Approach from a place of wisdom, though, you can bind them with their own laws. Anyway, this is all really arcane stuff, but I think that there might be something here. I can't vouch for any of it, obviously. If you take a step back, it all sounds like crazy talk. But one thing I can tell you for certain, my mother believed it was true. If anything else comes up, you'll be the first to know. Thanks, Crafty. Alright. Explosions in the Eastern District. What's up with all the explosions rocking the Eastern District? My walls are just shaking. Word has it, Shiawaze has a secret lab tucked away in an old industrial building out here. I'm guessing the rumor's true. I think Shiawaze had a lab out here. Ugh, it's really sticky where I'm at. It's a cross between sulfur and, weirdly, new car smell. I wonder what they were doing. Better put on your gas mask for good measure, man. Experienced Decker looking for a team to run with. Potential for a longer-term arrangement. Taking over the business interests of a team of runners, running basic heists and the occasional transport gig. In contact with a reliable fixer, and will be working with the old team's long list of happy clients. Requirements. You must not take experimental sims during runs. You must not tamper with chemicals in secret labs. You must know how to properly operate a moped. You must listen to your Decker when your Decker says, I don't have control of that turret yet. You must have a good sense of humor. Optional. Hey, what happened to give me some new yen 888? I recognize his head. It's his boilerplate. His team is always looking for a new Decker. What the hell happened? I'm assuming it has to do with listen about the... Hi, Mary. I'm glad that some things don't change. You see the fourth item on the requirements list? Aw, thanks. Oh shit, that's nuts. Are all of them gone? Muffin Top Ninja? Muffin Top Ninja. God, some people had a lot of fun writing these. Captain Scone? Captain Scone is also low-key good. All of them. Even Explodey Sue. I hardly got to know them, but they were good people. What a terrible loss. You had no idea who you were running in the shadows with, huh? Explodey was a great war hero. Tough as nails. Could have tipped the scales for Taiwan if she hadn't knocked herself out with the force of her own mana blast at a crucial moment. No shit. Gets better. Muffin Top Ninja was one of the most revered martial arts masters in the JIS until his health began to fail. He was well known for his self-deprecating humor. And Give Me Some New Yen 888 was a great philanthropist. Every credit he earned, poured back into helping the indigenous population of the walled city where he grew up. This is all bullshit. And Captain Scone? Kinda chuckled his name, but now I'm thinking there's more to it. I'll say, he was a Scottish separatist who campaigned tirelessly for the restoration of his country. When his activism drew too many enemies, he fled and became a pillar of the Scottish expat community in HK. As for his name, think Stone of Scone. Yes. The big Scottish expat community in Hong Kong. These amazing people just couldn't catch a break, and now this, rip. I'm mortified. Wish I'd gotten to know them better. Wish I'd gotten that turret down faster. Seems like you knew them very well then. I suppose so. I'm a Decker who responded to one of their first ads. My gut said not to join them, but we developed a lot of mutual respect over the years. Never thought I'd live to see one of their Deckers live. Well, although it would make two Deckers, I don't suppose you'd like to team up. I don't think so. No. What a bizarre... What a... Oh. Good. Got some money. What a bizarre runner. I guess that's the end of that runner. But... okay, well, let's go see if we need to talk to everyone. And I'm guessing the answer is we do, but... Wait, where the fuck is everyone? Oh, am I supposed to go meet Kindly Chang? Probably supposed to be going to meet Kindly. Yeah, looks like everyone's gone. Okay. Did not remember that that was a thing that had happened. Tempting as it is to go sleep and be like, I'll talk to Kindly tomorrow. Seems like I probably shouldn't do that. Technically, I think I could just leave on missions, not even talk to her. Come back later and talk to her. As he approached Shen's boat, he spotted a number of children peeking out of the below decks area. They're dressed in ratty clothing with stained and tattered shirts. All the same, they look well fed and healthy, albeit a little grimy. As soon as they spot you, they disappear into the below decks. Shen nods to you before calling out into the depths of the boat. Make sure the bilge pump is reconnected after you re-oil it. I don't want to slowly sink to the bottom of the river because you decided to cut corners. There is no response from below. Shen simply chuckles, turning around to face you. I'm not the most skilled assistants, but I like being able to keep them fed. What can I do for you? Where'd you find the kids? I didn't. They found me. Shen shrugs and grins crookedly. They heard about the Triad monk who'll feed kids in exchange for odd jobs. After meeting the rest of my crew, I think they got a little bit infatuated. I think I don't hear it when they play at being Spider Shen and White Ming, but I do. Well, that's cute, I guess. Yeah, I think so too. That's why I look the other way. I don't want to embarrass them. Besides, it's kind of flattering to have them look up to me, my very own fan club. Shen smiles faintly. I remember what it was like to be those kids. Nobody cares if you live or die. So I told myself when I started to make it, I'd give back to the community. That's how the Triad started, you know. Self-protection and community service. If we can't help out our community, we're no better than the Megas. Yeah. Help out your local crime lord. Here I was thinking you were a bad monk. She snorts. I am a bad monk. Sure, I meditate, say the sutras. That whole vow nonviolence thing's the lesson I keep forgetting. What it comes down to, though, is that I don't care. I didn't become a monk because I was a true believer. I did it because it was a ticket out of the gutter. Skills I learned there, I can use to improve things here. Shen leans back against the cage, arms folded. So it's an altruism thing. You're at the edge of the walled city, Cade. That's the kind of hellhole that gets created when we let the Megas get their way. I've had people moralize and preach at me about being a better person. Hell with that. Shen spits off the side of the boat, scowling. You know what happens to nice people who aren't rich? They get killed. They get kidnapped. They get taken advantage of and shoved in a dark hole they can't climb out of just because it saves a few pennies for somebody who already has wealth beyond measure. So I figure the moral thing to do is to put an iron spike in every one of those bastards' foreheads. Corporate bigwigs, the corrupt cops, slave traders. I have the skills to protect my friends. I'm not ashamed to use them. Yeah. Preach. I do not have the skills to protect my friends. What's going on with the Ka-Fis? I'm guessing bad things. Freddy Ka-Fi is showing off some fresh ink to everyone who passes inside Club 88. On each forearm he has tattooed an anchor. Demonstrates how they look in various poses, from flexes to his standard arms folded across his chest. Oh boy. Not bad, right? Someone told me that only real sailors get tats like these. Oh yeah, totally. I figure it's appropriate either way, seeing as my meat hooks hit like a pair of anchors. Sailors also eat a lot of spinach. You getting cute with me, Cade? Because you know I've been letting you strut about with your arms on account of respect for what you do. Don't go making me rethink that. Because someday soon, this guy here is going to be part of a crew you wouldn't want to tangle with. We'll make you walk the plank or something. You're serious about joining a pirate crew? Hell yes. Not just any pirates, the most exclusive group out there on the water. The Hell Thunder Crew. I heard about them last week. They only take orcs and trolls like me. Tough bastards, too. Men to be feared. It's a perfect operation for me to join, and I'm sure they'll take me, especially when they learn who my father is. Wouldn't be surprised if they were inspired by him in the first place. Not many troll pirates back in my Boz day. In fact, I bet they make me first mate or something just for being his blood. Have you talked to your father about all this? No, I want it to be a surprise. Don't want him feeling like he forced me into the family business. By which I mean piracy, not this fluff we've got going on here. Doesn't take a genius to see that my ba has no love for the club. I'm a little afraid he might be jealous when I tell him I'll be shipping out. I know he misses it. The adventure, the thrills. I can picture it all. Unfurling the black sails, running up the skull and crossbones, chasing down a fleeing ship, and then swinging across to plunder her hold. Yeah, I know it's not like that. These days it's speedboats with machine guns, climbing up rope ladders in heavy seas, and shipjacking. But hey, that's what I'm cut out for. I've got a heart for the sea. I'm not afraid of hardship and hard work and fights. And I'll work out just to look good and bounce drunk smugglers. So, Henry stands unmoving at the back of the club, staring blankly at a wall. If the wall had been built with a window, the view afforded would lead straight out to the sea, but as it is, the old troll stares at nothing. I've come to a decision. Felt like you were wrestling with something. I have, and here it is. I can't do it any longer. Can't keep on going this way. I'm just so tired, and not just because of the dreams disturbing my sleep at night. I was weary of this world long before that. If anything, the dreams simply serve to underscore the truth. I don't belong here. I've known it for a long time. I just couldn't admit it to myself. I tried my best for the sake of Ermine and the boys, but I'm more a burden to them than a help. Better for me to be out of their hair. This just isn't my world anymore. Likely it never was, but maybe there's still a world out there for me, somewhere on the water. Maybe the only world for me is back in the past. All I know is it's not here. My number is up, whether it's tomorrow or years from now. I'll just slip into the water. Less a burden in death than I was in life. Simple and neat. Tide's going out. It's time I went with it. Won't your family miss you? I would say nobody ever found peace by running. Not running away, running to. If there's a better life for me out there, can you really begrudge me trying to find it? You need help, Henry. Everybody does. You won't find it alone. Yeah, go see a therapist! Help? It's true, I've been feeling myself ever since those dreams started. Just thought my eyes were finally being opened. Now I don't know. A moment ago it all seemed so clear. Give it some time, the ocean will always be there. You're right, Cade. She'll be there, waiting for me. He sighs heavily like a gust of sad wind. I'll stay this course just a little longer. Finally, we have the ability to actually, like... It's weird that we've... I don't necessarily mind it, but it has been really weird to go through all these conversations and never have, like, the ability to actually comment. Like, opinionate. It's just like... Oh, wow, good luck with that. Which is, you know, just such a change from the regular RPG, like, where you decide all these things for these people. Callum is in a rare state, steeped neither in melancholy nor in alcohol-fueled oblivion. His excitement can barely be held back by the corners of his mouth, and this comes in stark contrast to the dread hanging over Hyoy. This is it, Cade. It's actually happening. What's happening? My chance. My stepping on up. It's official. My ship has finally come in. My mother won't approve. My father won't care. And my brother won't understand. But this opportunity is too great to pass up. Certainly you see that. Seems almost too good to be true. You don't know the half of it. Mr. Tai confessed something else. They performed a genetic test after our dinner. He says I'm his son. Oh, yeah, we knew that. It all makes sense now. I've never fit in here. I'm nothing like my father or my brother. Did you see? My mother had an affair with Mr. Tai. All her attempts to keep me down, really just efforts to save face. She couldn't let anyone know her shame. Henry isn't my father. But it doesn't matter now. My real father has found me, and he's gonna give me the life I always deserved. For starters, he's invited me on a Bayou corporate retreat for execs and their families. He wants me to meet his wife and his 2 daughters. Imagine that. I've got 2 little half-sisters. How's... Can't wait to leave this all behind. I don't know about this. What's not to know? Matt is the only one who's been honest with me. Mother's been lying to me my entire life. I don't know her anything. I've paid for her lies long enough. It's time I got something for myself, right? Trying to convince me or yourself? I I don't know. Maybe you're right. I need to think about this. There's a lot at stake here, and the world isn't always as it seems. Think about it for a while. Callum nods thoughtfully. Thanks, Cade. I will. I mean, it's still weird, yeah, to end up with, like, basically deciding things for these people. I just feel like you should be able to comment without it necessarily having an impact. Troll woman looks more weary than you've ever seen her. The club is virtually shut down, and she doesn't seem to care. She's lost that presence which had once so defined her, and has left her visibly smaller. The world's gone mad, hasn't it? The world's always been mad. What happened? She looks at the nearby photo of her son Callum hanging from a metal shelf. Callum thinks Henry isn't his father. He thinks I had an affair. He even threatened to tell Henry if I don't let him leave. Well, that's what everything before this made it sound like. Unless something worse happened. Oh, okay. The truth is, he's right. I did have an affair. I had several affairs. I was young and beautiful and very aggressive. I was going places. Henry was gone at sea most of the time. Henry isn't Callum's father, but I can't tell him the truth about his father. It might destroy him. Why would that be so? Because of who his father is and what Bayou is. The man now whispers promises to my son, a free ride through university, guaranteed starting position at Bayou's bright future. Callum doesn't know what that world is like. Once I was ready to leave Henry for that man. He lavished gifts on me, told me I was special. Maybe he really did love me. I was a troll girl from POI, transcending her meager beginnings. I was becoming someone of worth. I mean, I had a powerful human lover. Mine fixes a level gaze on you. Bayou has always frowned on metahumans. I was an exception. Not that just because they accepted me, it wouldn't affect me anymore. In fact, I myself looked down on most metahumans as oversensitive and lazy. Then he invited me to a high-level corporate retreat for the weekend. What happened? My eyes were opened. Do you know what they do at these retreats? They hunt. What is there to hunt here in Hong Kong? Nothing. Nothing but that which is different. Those they secretly disdain. Those they see as animals. They hunt poor metahumans. Somehow they thought it'd be okay with it. They thought that I was one of them. They don't kill their prey. It's more satisfying to let them live, knowing their victims are powerless to find justice. They take trophies. The tips of an elf's ears, an orc's tusks, a troll's horns. She reaches up to stroke her own horns, as if reassuring herself that they're still intact. I realized I had already given them a trophy. My basic humanity, my principles. Hermione's voice is cool and professional. Her expression is earnest. For me, it wasn't about humans versus elves, or orcs, or dwarves, or my kind. I want you to understand that, Cade. It was about common humanity. It's about how we treat all people. I mean, yeah. What did you do? I acted like it was fine and held it together for the weekend. Hid my feelings, like any good negotiator in a bad position. And then once the weekend was over, I cleaned out my office. I came back to Huoi and sent by my resignation. Later I found out I was pregnant with Callum. The DNA test confirmed that Henry wasn't the father. I meant to terminate the pregnancy, but couldn't bear to do it. And so Callum, my son, one of the joys of my life. Maybe this man fancies himself as Callum's father. Even if he does, that still doesn't guarantee Callum's safety among those people. Bayou is still Bayou. Maybe that man just wants to get back at me for leaving him. After all, he had the audacity to say that I broke his heart. That's why I can't allow Callum to go. I'd rather my son hate me forever than give himself to that world. Mine draws herself up to her full height. She restores herself to her regal bearing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have troubled you with my problems. You probably came here on business, and your time is valuable. Can I show you anything? No. No, I'm just checking in on everybody. I think people might need levels. They do need levels. go talk to Ambrose. Ambrose looks exhausted. He's staring blankly at a glass of amber whiskey next to him. Engine parts litter the floor of the operation theater. Hey, Cade. Big typhoon on the way in. Better batten down the hatches. A robot arm swings over for him to take a weary drag from a cigarette. It's gonna be a kicker. What's the deal with the typhoon? It's your first typhoon, isn't it? Typhoons grow out in the Pacific, then come crashing into the coast. Biggest ones hit Category 7. Real monsters. Unreal. Ambrose swirls his whiskey disconsolately. This one's just a big wet huffer. Streets are gonna flood. Aircraft will be grounded. This one's awakened, so get ready for a lot of communications interference and get your galoshes. It's gonna be wet. Gives you a sideline glance, slight look in his eyes. Good time for running in storms. All that wind and rain obscures surveillance. Curfew clears the streets. Cops and security contractors all tied up. We're at sea level here. What will the storm surge do to Hioi? Nothing. The she-ring wall will seal all of Victoria Harbor behind a big concrete breakwater. Shuts down the harbor and keeps sea level constant. Seen the harbor wall activated before? It's a miracle of engineering. It'll stop a 2-meter surge with 7-meter wind waves. Surprised you're not throwing a typhoon party. Nobody's in the mood for it. I'm not either. His dream's driving everyone crazy. Takes a big slug of whiskey. Mechanical arm from the wheelchair absently fills the glass back up. Fortunately, I have special training for dealing with dreams. Who are you, Ambrose? Really? Ambrose stops what he's doing, regards you silently. Living eye glitters with intelligence. I'm Ambrose Rokitansky. I'm the doctor around here. Anything else it might have been is dead and gone. There's no such person as Ambrose Rokitansky, is there? Maybe I wasn't born with that name. Maybe Icebreaker's just a notorious and secretive Hong Kong runner, vanished with his team. Maybe I never worked for him. Maybe I did. I'll tell you what's real. This clinic is real. What I do here is real. This place is as real as it comes. Karen was real. She was my friend, and the heart in my story. That's real too. As for the rest, well, some stories are too dangerous to tell. What really happened to your team? Things went bad. We got ambushed. Ambrose squints appraisingly at you. His expression is unreadable, a perfect poker face. Must not have been doing a good job of Overwatch. Ambush killed everyone else. Eventually it even killed Karen. With his 3 fingers, Ambrose points to the place tubes emerge from his side. My liver and kidneys are machines in my wheelchair. I've lost about half my body. I'm in chronic pain. And every night it's the same thing. Nightmares. They never end. If I had any part in the end of the crew, well, I paid with almost everything. It's still less than... Ambrose is suddenly overcome with emotion. It seems to catch him by surprise. His poker face cracks in an agonal grimace. Tears well up in his eyes. After an instant, he masters himself. His stony face returns. What matters now is making something productive with my life. I mean it when I say I'm just about the luckiest guy in the world. All messed up, in hiding, alone. You don't sound lucky to me. Ambrose's voice is flinty. His eyes are clear and unwavering. I'm not alone. Why did you leave Chicago? Really? Maybe it wasn't Chicago I left. There's been a lot of mixing in the UCAS Midwest. It's a big territory that my accent could be from. Maybe I crossed someone. The Mafia, Ares, the Russians, Stuffer Shack. Ambrose winks, but with his cyber eye. His living eye keeps watching you realize. Maybe saying that my old hood is inside Chicago's containment zone is just a way to cover my tracks. Go Bears. Hi, Rosa. What's up? Yeah? Let's say hi to everybody. No? You done meowing? Oh, where's Bobo? Okay, bye-bye. You know anything about an Archaeopteryx on the BBS? What, like the bird? You know, a little bird who I watched divert attention from a very good rigger doc. Deftly fished for information on one of Icebreaker's old associates. What? What are you implying? That it's me? Ambrose breaks into a smile that is sunny, though possibly a bit forced. Hey, I'm flattered, I really am, but I stay away from the BBS. That world's behind me. Although I suppose if I ever found someone with whom I had unfinished business, Ambrose's voice dropped several octaves for just a moment, I'd be a real angry cuss. Very well, Ambrose. Keep your mysteries. Ambrose gives a very slight nod. I will. Welcome to the Shadows Cade. He smiles knowing that you, but not in an unkindly way. Enjoy your stay. Yeah, most of these stories seem like they're basically finished, and we have a bunch of missions still. But I think the idea is you don't have to, talk to them after every mission, or you don't have to do all the missions, because a lot of these are optional. Maximum law. Oh, we're not turning in our vampire. We do have some money. I don't know what we need to buy. Spells, presumably. Hey, Matthew. How's it going? Alright, one last stop before we go see Kindly. A sight unexpected from the window's slapdash product display strikes you as you walk through the shop. Everything is clean, unusually clean. Not spotless, a nearby food plate resting atop a small collection of books speaks to that. But otherwise, the piles of journals and notebooks and books from before are, for the most part, on shelves, organized. The shopkeeper is nowhere to be seen. You don't remember when an open sign was on the front door, but the handle turned easily enough. Someone must be here. You approach the front corner and see a service bell. I mean, I'm talking to someone. You hear a thump, followed by a loud, shit! Crafty leaps up from behind the counter, rubbing the top of her head, a duster in her other hand. Her eyes widen when she sees you. Cade! Wow, you've been busy. I feel like I've walked into another dimension. Crafty waves your comment away. I was getting hounded by some of my regular patrons, and maybe a sanitation officer or two. See the urgency in her eyes, she leans forward. That doesn't matter, Cade. I found it. The thing we've been searching for. I know what's happening inside the walled city. Is everything okay? No. Definitely not. She takes a breath. The Yama Kings. They're real. Oh no. Why can't we? Why, like, I mean, I assume this is true. All of these are skeptical. That's a big leap from imaginary monsters. Crafty's eyes hold your gaze with unshakable intensity. I'm serious. You know me, I'm the last person to start believing in Santa Claus, much less my mother's ravings. But this is solid. The Yama Kings are real, and they're coming. She lays her palms flat on the counter, almost breathless. They've been on their way to the walled city since the place was built. The dreams, they're portents of their coming, omens manifested as dreams. You really believe that? Just think about it. Strange things we've been dreaming, the sensations, the hunger, asleep or awake, it affects us all the time, anywhere. The connection? We're all in or near the walled city, itself a beacon for disaster. Something, or some things, have noticed the city, and now we're noticing them. Then everything that's happened in the walled city, it's been the Yama Kings all along. Not quite. I don't think the Yama Kings are the cause of the walled city's corruption. They're the effect. Something in the walled city has so polluted the feng shui of the place that it's acting as a magnet for malevolent astral beings. This is Ghostbusters. Somebody built, a skyscraper to summon a evil god. Mom was right. There's something at work in the walled city. I don't know if it's a curse or something else, but there's something deeply unnatural at work in that place. Words shake. I'm so sorry, Mother. Thought I was closing my eyes to your madness, but all I did was prevent myself from seeing the truth, from seeing what was unfolding right in front of me. Can the Yama Kings leave the walled city? Why would they? The curse, or whatever it is that's attracting the Yama Kings to the walled city, has turned the city into an ideal hunting ground. Practice sweep of her hand, she tucks a strand of hair behind her ear. A foggy handprint slowly disappears from the counter where her hand was pressed. Have you ever heard of terraforming? It's an old science fiction idea. You make a planet, like the moon or something, into an Earth-like environment to support human habitation. That's what happened in the walled city, only in reverse, and on an astral level. Ah, demon forming. Or hell forming, I guess. That's what it would be. Hell forming. I think that pent-up toxic chi in the walled city is turning the place into an extension of the Yama King's home plane, making the environment there hospitable for them. They won't range beyond it for the same reason you wouldn't leave a bathysphere in the deep ocean. But, as we've seen, that corruption is spreading. It's already starting to seep into Hyoi. If left unchecked for another 30, 40 years, who knows what might happen. These beings what broke your mother? The Yama Kings weren't directly responsible for Mom's corruption. It was caused by the root problem. That's the same thing attracting the Yama Kings to the city in the first place. The poison at the bottom of the well, whatever it is. It's been there from the very beginning, and it's in no way natural. People did this. Well, at least now you know what happened to her. I know where you're coming from, Cade. My mother still allowed herself to be corrupted. She put herself in the way of evil, and it took her. Not a second thought for anyone else. Her research has given us valuable resources. I'm glad these journals, these pieces of her mind, can be used to arm ourselves against the Yama Kings. The knowledge it's given us will help in the trials to come. This is big, Crafty. Huge. Huge. At your words, an unusual mood washes over Crafty. She raises her hands and grips her tattooed arms, hugging her chest. Please, Kate, you have to stop it. This evil. For yourself, for my mother, for every man, woman, and child in the walled city and Hyoi. Nobody outside of our community would care about this. They've already written people like us off. If what's happening here is to be undone, we have to be the ones to undo it. I mean, I don't know if the city is important to me as it is to her, but I will do whatever I can. It just seems like a bad shit. Watch her grip relax, her shoulders ease. Thank you. Really, thank you. Let's see what you got in stock. What can I buy? Anything new that I need? I have a Power Belt 3. Power Belt 4. It's only 2 more damage. I have that. I could get better armor, but Wow. I do not have the money for anything good. Haste 4? Wow. Actually, I don't know if is that better than haste 3 even. Looks like it just has a chance to increase AP by 2. Otherwise, it's the same. That doesn't seem particularly great, actually. Okay. Gonna save before we go talk to Kindly, just in case. Oh, everybody's here. Hey guys, how's it going? Kindly Cheng is in the midst of emptying 2 plastic shopping bags when you enter. She places the contents in a pile on her mahjong table. 2 liquor bottles without labels, a box of her thin black cigars, an assortment of individually wrapped gourmet chocolates, and a large caliber pistol with electrical tape wrapped around its grip. Oh, good. You're here. She finishes with the plastic bags and throws them in the corner. It seems like forever since we saw each other. Welcome back. Was your trip worthwhile? Her voice is filled with a rusty energy. Yes, my darling, yes. I met with several contacts within my network who referred me to others in neighboring cities. Regardless of how far technology moves forward, tradition demands that some things be handled face to face. I have returned with information that will lead you to the plastic-faced man, the man who killed Raymond Black. Well... The only one of I'm like, should we even tell her about the whole... I guess she's got to know already, right? We didn't, like, agree not to tell her. Well, while you were gone, we uncovered a relationship between Josephine Sang and Raymond Black. Tried woman's eyes narrow. Did you? And what was it you uncovered? The man who raised us isn't Raymond Black. He's Edward Sang, son of Josephine Sang. You were raised by Josephine's son? Her brow furrows. Well, that explains where Edward went when he disappeared years ago. Seattle. Any idea why he disappeared? No, just that he went missing after Josephine completed rebuilding the walled city. That was in the early 30s. Her face twisted into a mask of disgust. You realize what this means, don't you, my sweet? That inbred little goat whore was cold enough to have her own son executed. Your turn. Did your out-of-town network produce the results you were looking for? Oh yes, exactly the results I was looking for. She grabs a bottle and opens it. I know the identity of the plastic-faced man. His name is Li Tai Lung, and he's an independent contractor. Trusted, deniable asset who handles all of Josephine Sang's more delicate operations off the books and away from the public eye. Plastic-faced man is her shadowy right hand outside of the corporation. Cheng doesn't bother with a glass. She takes a long pull off the stinking bottle and wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. And I know how to find him, too. I've made contact with an information broker, Xiao Zi, who works out of an abandoned night market in Shek Kip Mei called the Xing House Court. It's not hard to find. She takes another pull of the bottle. Xiao Zi has gained access to the plastic-faced man's complete itinerary. Where he'll be, who he'll be with, what sort of security he'll have. The works. She grins, glassy-eyed. You can use it to perform an extraction. Grab him and find out what he knows. Did you find out why he has a face made of plastic? It's not just his face. Li Tai Lung's entire skull is synthetic. He's designed himself to be the perfect corporate operative. He's installed a unique piece of headwear, you see. It allocates and compartmentalizes client-related memories so that they can be erased upon completion of a job. And as an added security measure, the cortical implant will wipe his memory if it detects that he's been captured. Well, how the hell are we supposed to get past that? Isabel interjects, her voice breaking slightly as she speaks. I know a way. I've heard of something like this before. I met someone in the Matrix who had to shirk a similar memory wipe implant once. It was a requirement for a big job, and she pulled it off. Yes, met someone who had to do this. That's really neat actually, the way that intersects. Keep talking. Wait, what? Isabel, are we not talking about your wiped memories that we hacked back in? Her handle is Dreamland, and I know where to find her. All we have to do is convince her to give up the secret of how she did it. Unless Isabel didn't know how she wiped her memories, if it was she got Dreamland to do it. Is that the idea? Oh, like, this has to be connected to Isabel's memory wipe. We had the whole quest for that and all. That's like her big personal story. Okay, Isabel and I will go see Dreamland before we hit the information broker. Then we grab the plastic face man. No matter who you choose to help, you snatch this. No matter who you choose to help, you snatch this guy. I'm gonna be there when you extract the information from him about Raymond. He crosses his arms across his chest, tilts his head towards you. You got it, Cade? Oh, I see. Okay, so he's saying whoever's in the party, because we can't take everyone, he wants to be there for the interrogation. We should all be there. Gubbins' eyebrows arch high. I know I want to see this. Very good, my darlings. Now listen to me. After you get what you need from the plastic face man, I want you to end him. You understand? Triad Boss taps the table with his finger. I need to send a very clear message that this is what happens when you mess with Kindly Cheng's operations, with Kindly Cheng's people. Josephine takes Nightjar, I take her plastic face man. Once you snatch the plastic face man, Sang will know something is happening, and events will unfold very quickly after that. You best close out any pressing business you have before heading to Shek Kip Mei to see Xiaozi. In other words, this is the point of no return, is starting that mission. Yeah, once we set the ball rolling on this, there's no running back. That's right, my darling. No more side jumps and no more dalliances. Kylie Cheng raps on the mahjong table with an imitation ivory towel. Be sure that your affairs are in order before you head to see the information broker. But we still have to meet Dreamland before we go to the information broker anyway, so... Who's that cool lady? A lot of cool people just hang out in the background in these games. Alright, now we gotta talk to everyone though, I'm assuming. The clanking of metal, followed by grunts from hard exercise, erupt from the hatchway of Wu's cabin. First thing you notice when you enter is the renewed cleanliness. Food cans are gone, his equipment is neatly laid out on his bedding, everything in its place. The next thing you notice is the smell. It's like a middle school locker room in July. Wu finishes his jumping jacks and grabs a towel off his bunk. His exposed flesh gleams with perspiration. Hey. Hey, how's it going? Better. He scrubs his sweaty head with a towel. Let myself wall for a while, but now it's time to turn things around. We have work to do. What's your deal? Still thinking about Edward Sang. Rubs his towel under his arms. Compartmentalized him. Edward Sang is a topic in a file cabinet in my head. I'm only thinking about Raymond now. Finding out what happened to him. What really happened to him. Taking it a moment at a time, huh? That's me, Mr. Focus. Continue stretching. Getting close to the plastic face man, Duncan. I know. I haven't stopped thinking about him since we first saw him in that video. The one where he attacked Raymond in the tea house. Wipes down one side of his neck with a towel. Folds it. Wipes down the other side. Listen, Kate, I'm not going to press you to take me with you when you head out to snatch him. Take the right people for the job, and then you get the job done, okay? But I want to be there when you interrogate him. I want to hear what he has to say with my own ears. You gonna have a problem with that? No, of course not. Good. You're my sister. I hate to mess you up. flashes his pearly whites. Like I said, you can take me with you on the run or not. It's your call. I tend to be there for the fun part. Easy, Duncan. It's about Raymond, not hurting people for kicks. Knock off with the easy Duncan crapcade. I'm not doing anything for kicks. Drops his towel on his bunk. This is the guy who knows what the hell's going on. The one who may have killed Raymond. And I'm gonna squeeze him until we find out what he knows. Just promising you'll be able to control yourself. Otherwise we are going to have a problem. This is Raymond we're talking about. Who drops his hand to his sides, closes the gap between you. His voice is calm, sober, deliberate. I'm not gonna screw this up. Promise. This is such a random, conversation shift. You told me you were resentful when I took off, but maybe it was about how Raymond handled that thing with Double Trey. Nah, it was about you disappearing for 8 years without a word. But we're past that now. He pulls his right elbow across his chest with his left hand, gets a good stretch. But that was a messed up night. A lot of things happened. I wouldn't be surprised if some, I don't know, emotions got jumbled together. Feelings about the way I handled things. About the fight with Raymond. Yeah, mostly. We butted heads before. I'd broken plenty of his rules in the past, but I'd never seen him so disappointed. Still not sure why. Why don't you walk through it from the beginning? Start with when Lockjaw showed up at Ray's house. He pulls his left elbow across his chest, lets out a little groan. God. He's just flexing. He's literally flexing in front of us. So this was 2045, years after the summer we moved in with Raymond. We hadn't seen DT or Lockjaw or any of the gang in forever. Raymond's rules. No contact with our hoodlum friends. No visiting the squat to check up on them. Your past is just a story. If you can accept that, your past loses all power over you. Rue wiggles his nose. Don't sound anything like him. The way I remember it, we woke up in the middle of the night, and there was Lockjaw standing in our room, covered in blood. My first thought was that Raymond was going to kill us. Can you imagine? There's a teenage Salish Indian covered in blood in our bedroom, and my first thought was that I might get in trouble for it. Well, Raymond was an intimidating guy when we were young. We just started a new life. We were safe for the first time ever. We didn't want to blow it. I know I didn't want to go back to the Barrens. We had it good at Raymond. We threw his elbow behind him, twisted at the waist. So Lockjaw's bleeding all over our bedroom, and you're whisper yelling, "Where's DT? What happened to Double Trey?" 5 minutes later, we're dressed in black and on our way back to the Barrens. Well, we had to. Of course. If it wasn't for Double Trey, neither of us would be here right now. DT was the one who took us to the teen center, introduced us to Raymond. Man, that was a messed up night. 162s had overrun the Leary squad, better positioned to take on the nukes. Benzo and Tusk were bleeding out. Hernandez's family was half-eaten. Little Joe, that streetwalker with the electric false eyelashes, was lying on the floor, in 2 parts. But we got Double Trey out alive. He was the only one, though. He stares at his boot. I could still hear Lockjaw screaming as the ghouls took him down. When the 160s wanted something, they did not play. Anyway, all of that was just a lead-up. Let's out a long, slow breath. Still, it speaks to my state of mind that night. Why I wouldn't back down when Ramus met us at the door. We 2 really went at it. We both had the strength of the righteous. You and I had broken his rules out of loyalty, out of gratitude. He just didn't get that. Never understood where we came from. And now we know why. He wasn't just some do-gooder who took us in some street kids. He was a rich guy used to getting his way. That's what made him so furious. Yep, that's the way I think I see it too. But you were able to get him to calm down and see reason. Get him to see my side of the story. And all you said was that one thing. That thing he said his mother used to say to him when he was being obstinate. What the hell was it? I like that we get to choose these. I'm like, I don't really like any of these, but It's interesting. Some bullshit. This is a fucking Pulp Fiction line. And I know it predates that, but... Listen to what you know instead of what you fear. He nods his head, remembering. Yeah, that what you fear thing really got to him. Still not sure why. Using his mother's words on him really did the trick. Wonder what kind of childhood he had. Rubs his chin. But the way he looked at you after that. Crazy. He was furious with you. But all I did is go to his mother, and I got the big chill. Maybe he's got mommy issues. I mean, we know he has mommy issues. Who chuckles humorlessly. Who knows? Maybe we've got a few daddy issues to deal with too. Guess I should try and keep an open mind when we see him. What do you think about the last run? I wasn't on the last run. I still like to ask. Let's go talk to Isabel. Enter Isabel's cap to find her jacked in the octopus. Her body slouches motionless, tethered to the machine. Peter's large slate flickers to life again, just as it did last time. Isabel's avatar fills the screen. This isn't helping. The avatar frowns down on you, looks supreme disillusion on its face. I'm decking. I'm in my safe space. It doesn't help. Memories are just as painful here as they are in the real world. Your memories are part of you. Decking doesn't make you leave that behind. No, I guess that it doesn't. White plumes of static flow from the avatar's fist. She's shaking. It fucking should, though. Can't handle not having a way to escape from this. So what are you gonna do about it? I don't know, okay? I just don't. You know what? Hang on. The avatar winks off the screen and the terminal powers down. Isabel's body shudders. A familiar tremor. Consciousness is flooding back out of the matrix and into her meat. Her eyes flutter and she takes a sharp breath. Slowly, shakily, she rises from her perch on the floor. Here with more questions, right? She coughs into the crook of her arm, wipes her nose with her sleeve. I'm sure that you are. Why else would you be bothering me? So spit them out. I'll go digging around in that cesspit that I call a memory. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a clue. I know your hurting is. If any helps, go ahead. She takes a deep breath, makes a visible effort to calm herself. No, that wasn't like me. This isn't the person that I want to be. I'll be okay. I can handle this. Just ask me your questions, okay? Let's get this ball rolling. I have a question about the walled city. She clenches her jaw, nods. Go on. I don't actually have any questions. Any thoughts about that last run? You know what drives me crazy about Gobbet? She does shit like this all the time. She doesn't think about anything. Not about the risks she takes, the consequences of her actions, or how her behavior can hurt her friends. She just jumps headfirst into whatever crazy scheme she's got in her head, and damn everyone else. Maybe after all this, she'll finally learn her lesson. I have to say, I didn't expect to get off the sinking ship without blowing it apart. My money was on setting fire to the whole contraption and letting it burn. But you really pulled out all the stops. Can't believe we had to face down some kind of rat demon god thing. But we did. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere, but I'll be damned if I know where it is. Anything else you want to know? Speaking of... Hey, Gobbet. Stepping into Gobbet's cabin, you find her crouching on the floor. She appears to be midway through a valiant struggle against an enormous pastry. Her cheeks bulge out like a chipmunk's, and wispy threads of pork floss hang from her crumb-speckled lips. She glances up at you, her eyes wide with alarm. I do love that Gobbet is always eating when we come talk to her. Where's the girl? Her jaw works to manage the enormous quantity of crispy dough in her mouth, but she doesn't seem to be making much headway. Oof. You know, between the two of you, my money's on the pastry. Oof. She struggles to move her jaw, but her mouth is stuffed too full for her to make much headway. She gestures feebly toward a pitcher of water on the ground near her feet. As tempting as it is, I'm just too nice of a person. I will hand her the pitcher. She tilts back the pitcher and sucks down its contents. As the water pours into her mouth, she's slowly able to work through the food stored in her cheeks. Finally, she lowers the water pitcher, coughing. Okay, yeah, note to self. The pastry terrace on Prince Edward Road. Make some dry. She takes another swig from the pitcher, grimacing. Moist green apple and jellied trotter. My ass. That thing was like a dessert made of pig. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to cram the entire thing into your mouth at once. I was challenging myself. For science. And it wasn't the whole pastry. It was half of one. She lifts the remaining pastry for your inspection. Pork floss that coats its exterior looks almost festive. It's more reminiscent of a beige curly tinsel than it is a food. You, want the rest? Thanks, but no. I was hoping we could talk. She drops the mangled pastry into a clean plot on the floor. Suit yourself. I'll have it later. So, you probably want to talk about what happened on the raft, huh? I think that in your place I probably would. I mean, it was kind of a thing, right? Let's talk about what happened on the sinking ship. Yeah, she sighs. We can do that. First off, I should thank you. You and Iz came to help me, even though I didn't ask you to, or want you to. Actually, maybe I should be upset about that, but the important thing is that you did help me. I'm not going to say that I couldn't have handled it without you, but it would have been really, really dicey. You can say that again. The situation on that raft was pretty bad. She nods grimly. Yeah, it was definitely that. On the bright side, we overthrew Melvina and put the raft back in Cad's hands. That feels pretty great, and the shiny object is at the bottom of Hung Hom Bay, lodged in a bank of silt and crab shit. That's pretty much where it belongs. But I gotta admit, something is gnawing at me. Before you and Iz showed up, I was gonna sink the raft. Got halfway through arming the charges. I was gonna send the whole sinking ship down in flames. Everyone on it would have died. Cad, Yasmin, all of them. All because I made up my mind early and I didn't want to change it. Kinda makes me think, how many times before now have I done what seemed like the right thing, followed my gut like I taught you, without realizing that there was a better option. The whole introspection thing kinda sucks, I gotta say. She looks up at you, scowling. It's much more comforting to just assume that all of my past decisions were right. Sure it is. It's intellectually dishonest, but it's definitely comforting. She bites her lower lip. Yeah. Seattle, you aren't helping my mood any. I'm kind of having a tough time over here. She begins to pace, kicking piles of dirty clothes, blankets out of the way. Thrusting her hands in her pockets, she fishes out madness and folly and tosses them down under her cot. I don't do this very often. Reflecting is for mirrors, not devastatingly attractive street shamans. I don't know how you hand-wringers deal with feeling this way. It's pretty simple. We acknowledge our mistakes and our near misses, and we own up to them. Okay, pretty much got that step covered. What's next? What comes after this? Am I teaching you a lesson now, Gobbet? Is there some role reversal going on here? Corner of her mouth tilts downward. Yes, O wise one, you're teaching me. Now quit being smug about it and give me an answer. I don't know, Gobbet. Try to learn from your mistakes. Be a grown-up. Isn't that hard? Huh. Your way's boring, Seattle. And it's complicated. And it comes with way too many bad feelings. Scowls. Yeah, I get it. Probably even some value there. Never gonna start second-guessing everything that I do, though. That just isn't me. Well, good, because that would be dumb. Don't question yourself before circumstances give you a reason to. Right. That makes sense, I guess. Alright, Seattle, I'll give it a shot. Who knows? Maybe there's some value in hand-reading after all. Guess we'll have to see. Anyway, things turned out the way that they did. I don't know what might have happened if we tried to do something different, but there's one thing I can say for certain. Things are better in Hong Kong Bay than they were before we went to the sinking ship. We did some good out there. That's something. Yeah, it is. Oh, actually, there are two things I can say for certain. I think Rat is happy that the shining object is gone. She fizzes in her pocket for a few seconds and produces a chunk of stone the size of a marble. It appears to be made of the same marbled red jade that the shiny object was. Check it out. She gave me a present. Where did that come from? From Rat, like I said. She literally gave it to me. Put it right in the palm of my hand. I had a vision. The colorful lights, dancing rodents, the works. When the world came back into focus, I was holding this magic marble. She tosses the stone in the air and catches it with her other hand. Neat, huh? Now, I don't quite know how it works yet, but I'm sure it does something. I mean, it has to, right? Rat wouldn't just give me a normal rock. She's a trickster and all, but that'd be mean. So mark my words, next time we're in the field, something magical is going to happen. I mean, literally magical. It'll be a journey of discovery for both of us. I'll be looking forward to that. Me too. And, thanks, Seattle. I really, really mean that. Fly by my side anytime. Got a question about Isabel. Oh, yeah? Well, sure then. Ask away. She told me that you let her out of the walled city when you were kids. Care to fill in the details on that? Yeah? I guess I'm not surprised. Izzy's never been big on padding a story with unnecessary detail. Want to tell your side of the story? Seems like I've got a vested interest in the walled city these days. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll share. She taps her chin thoughtfully. To start, I guess you're going to need to know what the walled city was like when me and Iz were kids. She didn't tell you anything about that, did she? She wasn't big on volunteering unnecessary information. Yeah, that's what I thought. She reaches down, absentmindedly strokes Madness's silky coat. Rap chirps happily at her caress. Well, for starters, you probably know that the walled city wasn't always as bad as it is now. It was always dangerous, but 10 years ago it was just a run-of-the-mill slum. Still safe enough that walking in didn't qualify as a suicide attempt. Keep going. Back then, I used to play in the walled city. Rat would lead me into all the nooks and crannies the grown-ups were too big to fit through. There was this other young shaman in there that I used to play with. His name was Happy or Lucky, something like that. He followed Pig. Nice guy, good card player. Obviously, none of this was a good idea. Teenage girl going to the walled city by herself, that's a recipe for disaster. I didn't realize any of this at the time, though. I loved playing in the alleys and crawl spaces of the walled city. It was fun. I did stuff like that myself in the Barrens. When you're a street kid, you make your own fun. Yeah, kind of makes you shudder when you look back on it, huh? It's like, where are those kids' parents? But then, with most street kids, that's a question that's best left unanswered. Now, with Isabel, it was a little different. She wasn't a street kid, technically. She had parents who loved her, they just couldn't keep her safe, because in the walled city, there's no such thing. How bad was it for her? Bad. Could have been a lot worse, of course. Her family could have been living deeper inside the wall, towards the center. From what I've heard, that's hell on earth, but Isabel and her family had it bad enough. They were in the Mansion District. Mansion District sounds nice, right? But it really, really isn't. Imagine a sort of holding pen for refugees from the Middle East and Africa. Basically anyone who is an Asian, European, or Goblinoid. Now cram it full of twice its normal capacity, and make sure that nobody living there can afford a loaf of bread. Why was it called the Mansion District? Locals named it after Chungking Mansions out in Sim Sha Sui. Sort of an inside joke. Mansions are the unofficial African quarter of Hong Kong. Most of the free enterprise zone's African immigrants settle there if they can afford it. The destitute refugees, like Iz and her family, don't go to the Chungking Mansions. They get herded into the walled city. Once inside, the Mansion District is where they wind up. Forced relocation, huh? I guess some things never go out of style. No, they don't. Once the refugees arrive in the Mansion District, their prospects don't exactly improve. The only thing most of the people in the mansion had in common were the color of their skin, and the fact that they were living in crushing poverty. They didn't even have a common language to speak. It was a pretty rough place. Lots of infighting, lots of gang-on-gang violence. People did band together for protection, but there wasn't a lot of hope. Everyone lived in fear of being sent deeper into the slum towards the center. You started getting dragged in that direction, you don't come back. Sounds like a charming place. Yeah, charming. That's where I met Isabel. Wasn't long before we were friends. She was interesting. I think that's why I let her latch onto me. The girl was smart and savvy, but cripplingly shy. She didn't belong in the walled city. Well, no one really does, but with her it was painfully obvious. She was like a little mouse crammed into a box full of weasels. It was only a matter of time before somebody snapped her up. So what happened? What led you to take her out? Rat happened. She came to me in a dream, showed me that whatever was going bad in the walled city was getting worse. The whole place was rotting from the inside out, choking in bad chi and lost hope. I decided to go inside one more time. If I found Isabel, I'd offer to lead her out. If I didn't, well, she grimaces, spreads her arms. I get it. You don't have to explain yourself to me. Thanks. It isn't pleasant to think about, especially considering what a shithole the walled city is now. Truth of the matter is, if I hadn't pulled Isabel out of there, she'd probably be dead by now. I get it. Someone did the same for me and Duncan once. She nods. Yeah, I knew that you'd get it. And I did bump into her, and she did follow me, and Rat got us both out safe. So there you have it. Happy endings all around. What about the other people who stayed behind? That other shaman that you knew? They went bad. Crazy. That pig shaman that I knew wound up going full on toxic. It was horrifying. He burned himself out in an orgy of blood. She stutters. Nasty business, and not for me. Toxic? What does that mean? When a shaman goes toxic, he goes bad. It's like if you invert the usual meaning of a totem, that's what a toxic shaman does. Dog shamans are loyal and friendly, like all good dogs are. The toxic shaman, dog shaman, is rabid. They're both dog, but they're different aspects of dog. Get it? Okay. Your pig shaman friend went toxic. That's what I heard. You don't want to know what happened to him. What it became. It was pretty bad at the end, before the locals overwhelmed him. A lot of people died. And Isabel's family? She said they were still in the walled city. You didn't bring them with you. You think I didn't want to? She sweeps a loose strand of hair out of her eyes. Look, I was going to be dangerous enough to get Isabel out on her own. Dragging a whole family out would have been impossible. Why? I mean, I understand it was difficult, but I'm kind of curious about how specific, like, what was the specific difficulties? Because they weren't like me and Iz. They hadn't grown up on the streets. They were upper-class people back in Somalia before they emigrated to Hong Kong. They were hopelessly out of their element. Even if I had managed to find them, they probably would have done something stupid and gotten us killed. So you just left them. Damn right I did. Even if I managed to convince them to come with us, they would have gotten caught. The other Lotus would have kidnapped them if they were lucky. If they were unlucky, the thrill gangs or the organ leggers might have gotten them. It wasn't worth the risk to even try. Besides which, Isabel didn't want to bring her family. She wanted to get away from them as much as she did from the walled city. Never could get her to tell me why. Okay, we'll leave that there. Any thoughts about the last run that we already spent a bunch of time talking about? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we gotta go talk to our creepy transhumanist and our ghoul samurai. Please, my friend, not now. Oh, that's right. We've got a mission for him. Okay. So we're not talking to transhumanist. We should probably do that mission next. Ghoul friend. In the darkness of the cabin, Gaichu is hunched over a pile of keepsakes. He has unpacked most of the box, the contents are lying strewn about the floor in a disorganized mass. Ghoul gingerly picks through them, turning each one over in his fingers as he feels their shapes. He addresses you without looking up. Please mind your step, Cade. I fear I have made a mess, and many of my possessions are quite delicate. I'd be rather upset if you were to accidentally crush any under your feet. After a moment, he places the one he holds, a small ceramic statuette of Daruma, to one side. Lifting his face, he touches his brow in salute. I apologize for the mess. Feeling homesick? Gaichu gingerly begins collecting his things and arranging them back in the box. No, I am remembering my home, and obviously I would like to return to it. Long ago, however, I came to terms with the impossibility of that desire. Today I'm simply thinking about the chain of events that has brought me to Hong Kong. I've been considering our talk about my former unit, about what my plans are with regard to their incessant hunt and need for closure. I began to think that I too need closure, an end not only to the hunt, but to our dance around the core issue. One of us must die, that the other might live. As it is, we are locked in stasis. How do you plan to accomplish that? That is the question that I have bent my mind to answering since we last spoke. It's not an easy question to answer. My initial thought was to strike at a secure Renraku holding, something valuable enough to draw the attention of the Red Samurai, and ensure that Renraku reported that a ghoul was involved in the mission. Turns out, that was not necessary. I began searching the Shadowland BBS for any jobs against Renraku holdings here in Hong Kong. Gaichu taps his braille reader with one toe. With one toe! Alright. It is surprisingly easy to use the Matrix when you can read postings with your fingers. Slower than direct interface, but certainly possible. Everybody, the Shadowland BBS, full accessibility support. They have all their ARIA labels for screen readers set up properly. I also began to offer a reward for information on Red Samurai teams known to be in the city. A modest reward, nothing that would attract too much attention, but enough to keep people interested. Gaichu grins thinly, cradling his chin in one hand. This bore fruit. A Red Samurai team arrived here a short time ago, smaller than normal size. Sounds like it could be them. It is definitely them. My contact described Ishida and Takagawa perfectly, as well as a new heavy gunner, most likely from another disgraced squad. What's more, he described a woman that looked exactly like Sasaki, but with a scar, here, on her forehead. Gaichu draws a finger down across his brow over his right eye, precisely where I cut her. I was trying to remember my scar and which eye my scar is on. It is not a cool scar that goes across my, It's also very small. I don't actually remember which side it's on. I expect you want to catch them off guard. Gaichi nods firmly, his expression grim. Surprise is the husband of victory. This is an essential law of combat. There's no such thing as a fair fight. Only a fight you win or lose. I have no intention of allowing them to set the terms of the fight. I have found a job I'm certain will draw a Red Samurai response. Renraku is moving a prototype drone through Hong Kong on a way to a research facility in Chiba. It is of a new design implementing machine learning and pseudo-intelligence. Gaichu stands, smiling wryly. Something that advanced would certainly attract a Red Samurai team should someone attempt to steal it. What if another team responds? That would be impossible. Red Samurai are stationed at research facilities, black laboratories, and other high-security areas. Renraku has no such facilities in Hong Kong at the moment, and most of their holdings of that type are in Taiwan. My former unit will be the only one close enough to respond to the threat. Johnson for this run is Renraku's scientist escorting the drone. He wishes to leave Renraku's employ, but is unwilling to risk reprisal should he escape on his own. To put it simply, he wishes to make it look like he was killed during a robbery, hence why he wishes the experimental drone stolen. If there is no body, there will be no investigation into his whereabouts. I mean, I think if there was a body, there would also be no investigation into his whereabouts. Probably more likely to be no investigation into his whereabouts if there was a body. So we kill two birds with one stone. Gaichu inclines his head in agreement. Precisely. I can rid myself of my pursuers, and he can be free of their yoke. While I owe this man no loyalty, I think I understand his sentiment. Besides, we'll be receiving payment for a job. Let me ask you some questions about the run before I agree to anything. Very well. Gaichu leans back on his heels, lifting his chin. What would you like to know? How do you know it's not a trap? Fair question, but one with a simple answer. Red Samurai are very risk-averse. Part of our training is to always put our lives on the line in defense of the company. Risking the drone in their quest for vengeance would be unthinkable. Gaichu gestures at a stack of chips lying nearby. I did my own digging. The shipping schedules line up perfectly to place the drone in Hong Kong, and Red Samurai would not have the authority to fake such records unless ordered by the superiors. As I am the unit's private shame, this would not become a larger corporate matter. There is no profit in killing me for the company, only for the unit. How do you know the drone would rate a Red Samurai response? Before I was infected, we escorted and guarded similar projects in the drone division. While I'm unsure whether this one belongs to precisely the same research division, they are close enough to make Red Samurai involvement a certainty, in my opinion. Doing drone research is one of Renraku's main advantages over larger megacorporations. Ares controls military hardware, Krupp has their heavy industry, but Renraku is the foremost drone development company in the world. No one else even comes close. Renraku will deploy Red Samurai to protect that advantage. Rely on it. Are you certain you could take them all on yourself? Gaichu shifts, running a hand over his bald head. He looks away, embarrassed. Well, I was hoping you would help me, you and the rest of the team. I may be able to kill them all myself. It is possible, but as I said before, I tend to give myself every advantage. That includes you, Wu, Gobbin, the rest of the team. More guns means a higher chance of victory. That is a proper way to lead a trap. Alright. That's what I thought. I don't know why I was asking that, but the option was there. Good. Gaichu shifts uneasily. He seems to be sniffing the air in anticipation. What, may I ask, is your decision? Sounds good to me. When do we leave? As soon as you are ready, I will message Mr. Johnson and let him know that we are prepared to fake his murder and be ready for our arrival. I suggest you prepare as well. The Red Samurai are excellent companions, not to be taken lightly. Alright, so now we got Gaichu's mission as well. That's fun. So we want to do the Ares holding facility. That's our guy's mission. Our guy's Alright, we talked to everyone. Only took an hour and a half. Can I see? What's this one? I don't know where that one is going. Oh, that's probably to that boat. Okay. So let's look at these here. Conjuring spell, which sets 4 heavy cover barrier the last 3 rounds. Okay. A devil rat spirit fetish. Those are both good. Oh shit. Wait. That seems still bad. I mean, this does actually seem good. But this also seems really good. Well, so the main benefit, I don't know if the damage is super great. I mean, it's good damage, it's fine, but it's like we already have stuff that deals that level of damage. So the cover is the main benefit, which is nice to be able to create cover out of. There isn't any, but just getting this along with already having I mean, just with the already having this seems maybe like that's good. Cyber Eye, temporarily blinding an opponent. It's interesting. They will be jolted awake with a 1 HP if they are stunned. Doesn't seem good. Give her an eye. Yeah, we're not taking any of these. They're all bad. Full auto fire no longer has a minus 10% penalty accuracy. Holy shit. Or he gains a melee weapon, which does 2 AP damage. But nope, you get that. Throw back incoming grenades. How the fuck does that work? Metal cover bonus. Metal stance. Do we don't have that though, do we? Oh, I guess he does. Light cover bonus, preventing critical hits in the open. Use a cloud of disease spores, damaging nearby enemies. Seems good. Deals AP damage. Lasts 1 or only costs 1 AP. Honestly, all the ghoul abilities seem good. Koshai's firearm systems attacks now pierce up to 2 armor. Overclock ability now gives... I'm sorry, what? Overclock ability. Oh wait, where was that? Oh, that was here. Okay, we already got that. I was like, that's great. Clawed feet. Melee systems. To bleed targets for 2 damage. No, we'll do that. The only ones I wasn't... This is really the only one I'm not sure about. Everything else is pretty straightforward. But we'll go with the rat. Okay. Yes. Okay. I didn't remember that's what we were doing, but... Is he not required? I'm very confused. God. Forgot about these dumbasses. Yep. Let's go. Oh, I love peppers. Now it's a proper stream. Okay, Central Hong Kong spills out all along Victoria Harbor, all glittering chrome and neon flash against the night's darkness. Skyscrapers are a jagged nest of mirrored knives thrust into the sky, rending the clouds as they ascend into the heavens. The Ares Asia Holdings complex squats menacingly over Chatter Road. Chater? A steel and concrete tumor intertwined with nearby buildings in a web of sky bridges and shared parking structures. You make your way inside and ascend to the 5th floor, a public foyer that connects the restricted areas of the complex. As the elevator opens, you arrive in a cold, dimly lit reception area. Beyond it, your quarry awaits. Okay. We need to go to Duncan and give him a sniper rifle. Flashbang grenade. Wow. Who should needs a grenade? What is that? Oh, that's the magic marble. It doesn't seem very good. I guess it's an AoE stun. Guess that's good. You have, I guess we can give it to you. I don't know. I mean, I can look at the screen. Sure. Exiting the Ares Asia Holdings elevator on the 5th floor of the skyscraper complex, the antiseptic odor of the mega corporation's offices assails your nostrils. The immaculately detailed interior speaks volumes of the wealth and control the North American industrial giant has come to wield over the free enterprise zone. Ractor glances at his bracer, pulling up a page of notes on Ares Asia Holdings and scrolling through it. I'm looking for a lab between floor 15 and 40. Everything below 15 is shopping and recreation. The residential areas span 41 to 92. The auto repair circuit should be up there as well. I know Taylor and Ardingham. They'll keep it close to their main lab so they can work on the project in their off hours, and they'll need specialized testing equipment, things you can't fit in an apartment, even a big one. So everything we're looking for will be near the main lab. Yes, once we plant the altered visitor record data, we can find the lab's precise location. From there, everything we need should be nearby. Ah, Ares. Hi. Oops, sorry. Excuse me, ma'am, but you got to check in before entering the building. Got a meeting on the 36th floor with Matrix R&D. Ah, I see. Would you like me to call Division Director Wrong to escort you? Don't bother, he's in the meeting I'm already supposed to be at. As you wish. Please go right ahead. You'll have to stay on this floor till someone comes to escort you upstairs. Receptionist quickly taps his computer, adding you to the list of registered guests. If there's anything Ares Asia Holding can do to assist you in your business, feel free to message the front desk at any time. Alright, so that's all that was going to give me, I guess. Oh my god. Rooms upon rooms. Ooh, a matrix. Okay. Seems useful. Okay. The office computer doesn't appear to be fully locked. It rests on an info page about Ares Asia Holdings. Little finesse, a Decker could probably get into the user's security email. Browse the information. Marketing jargon, smiling corporate citizens, a lot of information about relatively recent incorporation. Very little value here. Okay. So we will put a point into decking. I should have probably put a point in already and bought the new deck while I was there. I don't know how much of a difference it was though. A few keystrokes later, you have access to machine secure storage. Inside the machine secure storage, you can access recent email and project updates. Let's read the email. There's emails boring, lunch plans, updates on hardware requests, complaints about office lighting, and things of that nature. One thread catches your eye, however. I don't know why you're having such difficulty understanding our matrix upgrades, Chung. I've given you the bypass codes for the blocker ice at least 3 times already. Maybe you could write them down or something? Anyway, here they are again. These codes should allow you to bypass the blocker ice in our secure data store, and also for security scheduling. Wow, Corporal Quack, someone from the Matrix Security Division, you are a terrible security officer. Don't sass me, Corporal. I wouldn't be in this situation if you hadn't been promising the Matrix upgrades would be complete next week for the past 6 months. After 4 months of waiting, I stopped thinking about it. Now every time I make a pull request from our depot, that damn ice gets in my persona's face and demands another set of passcodes. Thank you for the bypass codes, though. I'll write them on the back of my hand or something. Dr. Chung, Ares Asia Research. Great! Browse project updates. Most of the employees' records involve a construction project in and around Hong Kong, but one project referred to only as number 2231 stands out. Dr. Chung, I'm concerned about the amount of resources you've requested to pursue Project 2231, particularly because we are Ares Asia Holdings, not Ares America. 2231 is an Ares America project, not one of ours. What explanation can you offer for this request? How can it be justified? I understand your concerns, Director, but you should be aware that all divisions of Ares Macro Technology have been ordered to support Project 2231 when possible. Dr. Taylor and Dr. Hardingham are particularly interested in testing their prototype in support of Project 2231. I am simply requesting enough manpower to find suitable subjects to test the prototype against. The risk involved in local research is unacceptable at this time. This is the entire reason the bulk of 2231 requested research takes place at Complex 68G, and why 68G is in the middle of the frozen tundra. I would be willing to divert additional engineers to Taylor and Hardingham's project if they would be willing to create another prototype with the intent of shipping it to Complex 68G. I'll talk to them about it, Director. If you think it's not possible any other way, I'll impress that upon them. Okay. That's the same thing. I think it might be back there, guys. Just a hunch. Oh, man. Oh, wait, we have Reactor with us. Send one of the team's drones in. Yeah. Do it, boy. Power conduit, huh? Well, I guess we can see what the power conduit does. We probably, if we don't have to turn it off, we probably don't want to. Elevator control and power. Series of tangled cables and wires weave in and out. The junction box has been patched repaired many times. Notice tape beside the box. For God's sake, don't touch anything in here without contacting me first. The box is the most temperamental piece of crap I've ever worked with. If anything gets unplugged, the elevator system will go down. Take security card readers with it. Why do we spend all that new yen on improving security if everyone has to take the stairs? Sure. We'll probably come back and do that, but let's go try talking first. And just seeing what happens. So there's this door, there's also guys over, this guy over here. So this guy we can't talk to. Oh. Hi. It's public matrix terminal for guests and visitors. Oh. Legendary's holding. Automation Division, floor 27. Dr. Taylor is transferred to Hong Kong offices of Ares Asia Holding, where his previous post in London with Ares Europe, where his products primarily on drone weapons technology. The previous work is centered on cryogenics technology and the impact of matrix and social structure of human development. Those are very broad. That's a very different thing. Joint chair of the Ares Asia Drone Research Laboratories with Dr. Ian Hardingham. Current projects include expansion of the Hangzhou Bay tidal power system, proposals to expand the Hong Kong MTR maintenance program for the research into machine learning. I like the idea that machine learning is like a new hot thing in Shadowrun in like 2050, whatever, 60, 50 or 60, you know, something. Transferred, holds advanced degrees in weapons design, mechanical engineering, and holds several patents in the field of artificial intelligence research. Joint chair, primarily related to the research development of new artificial intelligence solutions that will keep Ares macro technology competitive in this rapidly changing world. So you work at the Drone Research Laboratories. Classified previous efforts have been centered around self-preparing machinery, robotic game theory, and collective machine learning. Slip a data chip into the port of Shadowrun with a warm code at work. For several seconds, the chip plus the screen. Now, Ares Asia Holdings recordings show that Golden Fong has visited on several occasions in the past. Get to floor 27. Hey, how's it going? May I see your guest pass? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so wonder how you would think there'd be another way. Oh yeah, there's this. Go to the Matrix. So definitely going into the Matrix regardless. Yep. All my 1.0 things and nothing else in my like 1.0 deck. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I still really don't like this. Okay, so we need to get to there, maybe. Oh, this is awful. Oh, this is terrible. No, no, no. Okay, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, that actually looked like that would have been... Can't tell whether there's a spot to hide back there. Fuck. Go, 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 go. Oh, fuck. It just immediately saw me. Don't I have ice bypass codes? Oh, I do have... Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Oh god. Oh, that's the elevator override, okay. Well, everything's missing somehow. Not really sure what's up with that, but I'll take it. Also, these guys are gonna like... Okay, so I have to actually make sure these guys don't see me. Also, I don't want to attack those, probably. Alright, that looks good. There's two of those. I don't want to get these involved, so I have to. What? How did that one not see me? No, they're causing... Okay, they cause system trace every turn. That's what's going on. I don't know how far they move in a turn, because I don't want to activate these other ones. See, this is so annoying. I kind of just want to run back. Just in case, because I don't know if these guys would... I guess they wouldn't have. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Heal me. Now they probably would. Let's go over here. That means we should do something first. Okay, that's good. Let's just move here then. Oh. Still hit me. It's fine. Oh, darn it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is just to get to the same thing. Oh, there's something over here though. Oh god. Fuck. This is why I hate this. Oh, there's something there though. I just don't want to. I miss the Dragonfall hacking. I don't know where you hide here, unless you can hide like there. So there's one over here, right? Or is there just two? I guess we could go... No, it definitely was, okay. Never mind. Fuck. Alright, is this one of the ones I have? It is. Okay. Use password. Wait, what? Oh. I have to actually read it? Okay, Jesus. You're gonna make me, like, write it down? This is awful. What did that give us? I have no idea what that did. Okay. So the elevator I don't think we need to actually do. My assumption is we can go use the drone, and that's fine. Go. Fuck. What? What? I actually thought that I was fine. No. Super badass. I really do not want to get into a fight with any of this shit. Okay. No, go, go. There you go. I don't even know where to go. Alright. What a bunch of garbage. That's okay. Somehow this worked. Okay. That's gas valve control. What the fuck is a gas valve control for? What is the other one that I have? I have a secure data store. Okay. Let's hack it. I gotta remember how to do this. Okay. No, fuck. What? Shit. Fuck. I've never actually failed that before, but that was like just not reading to me. I guess I could have left that one without, because it didn't actually aggro anything, it just gave me the trace. But, oh well. Oh well. I don't know what this does. Oh, it gives you more time? It's offline. I can't even use it. A piece of shit. I'm gonna murder everything here. Because it's all so garbage. I hate it. I hate it so much. What the fuck did you miss? Oh my god, they have so much. They have so much health. I hate this shit. I wish that there were like anything that made this better. Like it being like upping your hacking skill doesn't even help. It wouldn't be any better. It doesn't give you any bonuses to this fucking stealth system. Didn't people learn from like the 90s and 2000s when it was like everybody made jokes about like games with that were not stealth games that had forced stealth sections and how bad it was? I mean, this isn't a forced stealth section, but like this is just me fucking like YOLOing it. Like I had no fuck you fucker. I can't believe that happened. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. That's so depressing. I fucking made it. And then the fucking menu click. Oh, that's so annoying. Jesus. That's so annoying. That's infuriating. Nope. I don't know. I made it that one time. I guess the benefit to if you're a better hacker, hacking skills and actually had better programs and stuff is it would be more feasible to just murder these fucking things, but your trace still goes up. You can't like actually aggro them all. You do have to sneak past them because the trace summons the like black eyes, I believe. Okay. I don't know which one this is. This is gas valve 3. Oh, this is also going to be off. This also looks like it's... Jesus. Ah. Okay, so there's one down here, which is probably gas valve 2. I think there's a thing up, I think that's a gate. No, go into there, please, thank you. Hey. God, what a bad thing. Yep. Okay, I guess we'll just open all these up even though we can't use them. Who knows what this is for? Oh my god. Somehow that was not... Okay, so now our goal is just to get up to here. Oop. Oop. Okay, that's not so bad. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Let's check out. Check back in. Yeah, I don't think I went this way. Ah! Because they don't even have like tracks. Like they're all these. You don't know what their actual routes are because they're all intersecting and they don't follow predictable patterns until you actually unless you watch them and memorize them. It's just not a fun system. I really like stealth games, and I hate this so much. The bad thing about those 4 stealth sections in like late 90s and 2000s games was not that they were stealth, it's that they were bad. That they were in games they weren't otherwise built for them and had really and stealth is a hard thing to do because of the failure points. Okay, I don't actually know how to get over there. Alright, go, 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 go. Oh, okay. This is definitely new. And I'm glad we're healed. Okay. Good. Well, that's good. Bring it on. Oh, you missed. Fucking fantastic. And that also reset my trace, I suppose. Jacking out. No, it didn't. Never mind. Jesus. Okay. Guess that works. Oh god. Oh, so there's this problem. No. Blaster. Cannot tell what this is hitting, if it's hitting both of them or not. Alright, that's hitting both of them. That's... yeah, still hitting both of them, right? Wait. Can't tell. So normally there's like a circle underneath them where it shows where you're hitting. I think. Okay, so this is one. I cannot fucking tell with this here, but okay, I think that's good. Yep. Wow, they didn't take a lot of damage from that, did they? I guess I need to run in here though, and hope I don't die. Okay, good. That's fine. Good. That's I mean that hurts, but oh god, we did it. Okay. Oh, here's the data store. Hello. Alright. We knew that had to be in here somewhere. Write this fucking password down. Enter password GU4 and capital Y, capital U. Fantastic. Okay. So we got that. Did we go? Did we go up there? Or not up there? Yeah, we did go up there. Wait. Confused. So this went over here. No. So this started here. And took us up to here. We just went over there to go to here. Does this go over here? And this goes over here. And this went up to here. I'm just trying to figure out if we've been here. I think we have. I think this is where the elevator was. Yeah, okay. Then I think we gotten everything. Drawn toes at several of the elevator power control tables and a number of diagnostic lights begin flashing red. Looks like you're going to be taking the stairs for the time being. In ICU, yeah, I don't know how you would otherwise get. Like, it looks like the other way is also taking down the elevators. Because I didn't see a way to get a. Oh, the guards are gone? Weird that the guards just left. Oh, that's over here. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't open before. At least go in it and see. Excellent, Kate. We've arrived. Rector straightens himself up, smoothing out the front of his jacket. We should make certain to find the auto repair prototype while we're here. What, do we just search around? Reactor shrugs, glancing around the room. I don't see why not. I'll definitely have stored it somewhere near here. Alright, so our objectives are plant camera footage, plant financial data, gain access to the main lab, and retrieve the auto repair unit. Just gotta scope the place out. It does help when the things are yellow highlighted, doesn't it? Security system. This server cluster handles local record systems for floor 27. Undoubtedly, the building-wide systems back up this data, but anything occurring here will be fed to the larger Ares Asia servers. Makes it a perfect place to upload the worm and fake camera footage. Alright. Well, another jack point. We'll come back to that. So there's the lab. What else are we looking for? Plant financial data. Retrieve the auto repair unit. So we can open this. Oh God. Wow. That's on floor 37. This is 27. Just head back out when you get to floor 37, then turn left to the first hallway junction. You can't miss it. Okay. Wow. Wait, should I have gone that way? I can't believe that worked. I thought it was just gonna be... Okay, we don't have codes. These offices. Okay. I guess I should check if this is also a code, but I assume it is. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Oh, I see. I thought that was on the... Okay. Let's get the lab safe. Small key card slot. Okay, so we need a key card. Need to open the lab computer. Directed Energy Weapons Laboratory. Search recent messages. Security contains secret authentication files. Shia, I was hoping to look at your power output test data sometime this afternoon. I'm going to be in my office. Just let yourself put them in my desk. Code is 9814. Wow, people are so bad at security. Can't sticking believe it. Young, after spending all that time and money tracking down tickets to the 2060 Neo-Tokyo Olympics, the OIC's canceled them entirely. Some crap about not having enough participants. I guess a ton of countries pulled out in protest over Japan's treatment of metahumans, the way they handled their holdings in California. I mean, yeah, I'm all for equality, but the Olympics? That's about brotherly love, the spirit of cooperation, the unity of mankind. Can't imagine anyone using them for such transparently political purposes. It breaks my heart. Select file. Ooh, security. Safety. Progress. Desert Wars field testing. Congratulations, everyone. Ares Europe's given us go-ahead on entering the Griffin drone prototypes in this season of Desert Wars. Between the auto repair circuitry, the MP laser prototypes, the self-organizing threat assessment programs, we've got a great chance of being one of the standout stars this season. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do between now and the kickoff event, so I'm expecting plenty of crunch time. Great. I know each and every one of you wants this as much as I do. It's hard for me to express how proud I am of the team and all your hard work you put in over the past year. If we can pull this off, we're positioned to be one of the biggest teams of security drone hardware in the past 10 years. If we buckle down and put in the hours required, I know we can do it. God, what a fucker. Glenn Livet, my office. Come get some. Rector grunts softly. When he speaks, he sounds almost sad. Taylor, how far you've fallen. When we worked together, he'd never have written this kind of limp corporate missive. We all cared enough about our work that we never had to motivate the team like this. He's become a management tool of Ares macrotech. I doubt there's much left of the passionate young researcher I knew. Sounds sad. I am. The Dr. Taylor I knew was ready to work out of a basement, a garage, even an ice cave when we got snowed in outside of Novosibirsk during field tests. This new one gave up everything that made his independent work valuable, tied down by inflexible budgets, deadlines, and arbitrary constraints of a bloated marketing department. Of course I'm sad. His attention is confined by meaningless process, and the world is poorer for it. Oh, Ractor, the rich indie developer. Calling out the guy who sold out. Self-organization and subroutine bugs. Hey Ian, I've been encountering a worrying bug in the latest multi-drone mesh network tests. After checking out it, I'm pretty sure it originates in self-organization subroutines. When the Griffin drones go into self-diagnostic mode and start sharing their telemetry data after field activity, they stop responding to external commands. Even kicking the debugger over to admin mode won't stop them. Looks like they're not responding to outside commands because they're identifying activity orders as non-critical in comparison to their attempts to share and learn from each other's telemetry. It's downright spooky. They tried to push me out of the room during one of the tests because one started firing the on-share cleanup base camp function and the rest picked up on it. They identified me as an object to be removed from their secure space, and the worst part is the trigger condition was me trying to shut down the mesh network. I don't know, Ian. I don't like the idea of drones making value adjustments of administrative orders. I'd like to strip out the self-organization code for future tests till I can debug it. I understand we're trying to play catch-up with Raku on pseudo-intelligence front, but the fallout of this bug spreads could be pretty catastrophic. Wait on the next test. Just a heads up for the team. Hold on further self-organization tests till you get the all-clear from me, Taylor, or Yan. There's a bug where the drone network refuses external orders while they're pursuing their self-generated directives, data sharing, learning, battle examination, etc. It's nothing critical, but it's going to make debugging out this pain in the ass till we get it sorted. General tests are still a go. 10 to 1, they're still using my old code. It sounds like the same kind of bug I encountered during my early tests in Moscow. Rector runs a hand through his hair, squinting at the computer screen from over his shoulder. Problem is, they're trying to give orders to the drones when the drones prioritize their own desires over those of the end user. They'll never respond as long as they're in group reflection mode. You're saying the drones don't listen because they're busy with their own work and don't want additional work. In essence, yes. The more complex pseudo-intelligent drones become, the more we have to learn to convince them that what we've ordered them to do is the best course of action, within reason. Part of the reason the self-correction code exists is to protect against user error. These drones are only doing what they've been designed to do. The deeper I get into data sharing and self-development code, the more I came to realize that it was impossible to build a truly independent drone, a system as simple as waiting order priority. Checking from A to B to C is functional, but inelegant. My solution was to create a system of interlocking desires and motivations that shift and change over time. The only overriding principle is that both Koshe and I must work together to solve problems. So what would happen if you attacked Koshe? Raptor shoots a quizzical look as if he didn't understand the question. I would likely miss any shot I took. I've got poor aim, and Koshe is good at taking cover. Assuming I hit it, however, it would ask me why. If I couldn't explain myself sufficiently, Koshe would protect itself. Of course, I do have a universal kill switch, so that wouldn't happen. So, we got the door code. So, the door code. Not sure what we're going to do about those guys in the hallway. Guess if we can find a key card. Taylor's computer. Let's look at his email. Hardingham, I cannot believe you. Did you tattle on me to Knight Errant saying I'd blown off a security brief and ran to go drink alone? Shh, I'm a senior researcher, not a bloody prisoner. If I decide to go have a drink on my own, that's my business. Besides, Central and Admiralty are both crawling with police at any hour. They're AAA secure, for God's sakes. Listen, H, I really do hear what you're saying about security, and I promise I'm not taking it lightly. I was thinking we go hit the pawn after the meeting tomorrow. Got 8 or so takers from the lab, and Knight Errant promised to loan us a low profile bodyguard to make sure nothing goes awry. How's that sound to you? They changed the door code while you were out on vacation. The chips got a little fried when someone forgot to close the shutters in the laser lab when they were testing one of the new emitters. It's 23847. Interesting. One of the researchers downstairs hit me up in a meeting about supporting something called Project 2231. It's headquartered in the Algonquin Manitou Council, some godforsaken black site called Complex number 68G. I guess it has nothing to do with that debacle in Chicago, research into cleaning up the CEZ and whatnot. Thought it'd be nice if we could give them a hand. Just lend them a prototype on the specs, let them test the laser out there. Redline prototype directory. Security briefing. Last week, Knight Errant officers responsible for security of the facility received several reports of suspicious activity in the public area of the building. 1331 last Tuesday, security footage shows a troll approximately 20 years of age entering the public mezzanine areas of the building. The subject was seen attempting to gain access to restricted areas. The subject exits the facility before Knight Errant could intercept and question him. Reports from Ares citizenry indicates the subject was asking about research labs working on directed energy weapons. Several hours later, the subject was seen re-entering the building with a side entrance wearing a custodial uniform. Knight Errant guards attempted to detain the subject, but during the arrest, both guards were severely injured. Any employee or resident should contact security immediately if they see this troll. Do not attempt to detain him or interact with him in any way. The subject is considered highly dangerous. Dr. Taylor, it's come to our attention that you have not treated this threat with the seriousness we believe it deserves. Please remember the safety of your person and your research is not solely your concern. A strike against you is a strike against all of Ares microtechnology. When engaging in off-site entertainment from now on, we would request that you travel with the group. Thank you. Emitter aperture refinement. I've had to change the emitter and focusing array in our latest MP4 Redline prototype. Prior to this, we were using the same emitter array as the MP laser, since it's broken design. Unfortunately, that array is too large to continue using at this point. There's legacy software we need to update. The largest problem is that the outer lens is 3mm too large for our new housing. In light of that, I commissioned 20 new focusing arrays. They're being manufactured in Detroit, but should arrive next week at the latest. The fabrication is the same type we acquired from Zeiss last year. It should give us superior beam coherence even in high dust and fog situations. Prior emitter research. Personal notes on MP Laser 1 research. I've been going back through the files from Ares Arms research on the original MP Laser. A lot of the work was done by Dr. Elliot Mills Fargo. Unfortunately, Mills Fargo is dead. From what I can gather, his son killed him during a drunken argument. It's curious that most of the research files have been heavily redacted. It's all very curious. It's almost as if Ares Arms doesn't want anyone to know anything about the initial research. It's very curious given they're supposed to be working toward the same thing, aren't we? From what I can gather, Mills Fargo had a radically different design philosophy than Hardy and I. Most of Mills Fargo's notes indicate he's primarily interested in purely vector solid and fiber lasers rather than their own dye-doped matrix technology. What I understand, it's also the basis for Winter Systems' own attempt to demand portable laser solution. I can't find any evidence how they would have developed technology that access to Mills Fargo's work, though. Curious. That sounds like it's a thing, but I have no idea what's referencing. I kind of guess that that's a reference to a larger Shadowrun thing, maybe. Not sure. So we do have Dr. Hardingham's code now. 23847. Taylor, I don't think you're taking the security breach seriously enough. A bloody troll tried to waltz into the building not just once but twice. He beat up some of the bully boys downstairs, and he's definitely after our work. And you want to waltz up to the public nothing's happened? At least go in a group, man. Listen, I don't know how you managed to beat me in our last game, but I know you're cheating. All the data checks out. I can't believe your aim suddenly got so much better than mine. When I find out what the heck you cooked up, you're gonna owe me 50 new yen. Either that or your characters are all gonna be wearing bright green lime costumes from now on. Dr. Taylor, we appreciate your concern about the threat neutralization system leaking from your office air vent. Your safety and the safety of the lab are our topmost priorities. Until we can get maintenance to inspect the valve, you can access security control for vent 3 via the matrix. Blocker IC code is Cortex Freeze. We've already broken that ice, though. Should any further leaks occur, please contact us again. Pub time. Okay, Taylor, you've gotten 8 people and a bodyguard together for a pint or two after our meeting. I'm game. Sorry about being so testy earlier. I just don't relish the idea of being beaten to a bloody pulp by some trog with an interest in my research. So... Okay, power output. Preliminary reports aren't good. We can miniaturize the aperture and emission array from the MP Laser 3. And it's definitely possible to get down to a handheld side that's never been a problem. Energy density is the core concern. Our batteries just aren't enough if we shrink them down to pistol size. Without the MP Laser 3's battery pack, we'd be lucky if we ever find a way to break 6 or 7 shots. It's a terrible problem, one the boys over in material science have been dragging their feet on. We've been checking into using some of the new dual-phase batteries, but the cost seems prohibitive. Made a note to Director Hui asking if we could get some help from Ares Arms Europe. The Firelance research team's made a great deal of headway using staged graphene capacitors. Maybe there's something we can learn from them. Is this again? Dr. Hardingham, it's our belief that the Troll Record is interested in the research you and Dr. Taylor are undertaking. As such, we'll be providing extra security for your off-site team building exercise. Please be careful, extremely careful, when not within the facility. Research person under threat at the moment. Drone integration. These appear to be Hardingham's notes on attaching the prototype security drones. Things proceed apace. Assuming a standard medium drone like the Inquisitor or Rover 9230 models, the drone provides sufficient power to enable the prototype effectively unlimited burst, though there's 30-second charge time its capacitors are drained rapidly. The small size of the emitter lens also means that the prototype could be mounted modularly or internally as the platform dictates. For smaller drone sizes, the output is more restricted, but still valuable. Charge time increased between 2 and 5 minutes, assuming standard battery power. This does, however, unfortunately reduce drone's loiter time. Each shot reduces the loiter time by approximately 2.5 minutes. More than enough for sustained engagement, but something we want to keep an eye on. I believe we can increase efficiency in these cases by including a supercooling medium, liquid nitrogen or like, to reduce the heat pump's draw from the power systems. Maybe something like we worked out for the Sentinel P series bursts. Okay. So this was vent 3. I'm wondering if we can get a... I don't know. So we still don't have any way in here, right? Are we gonna bust it open with this fucking... Just must be closed during energy emittance testing. Failed to close. Okay. Shutter controls are currently also closing security room shutters. I've talked to maintenance about it, but they haven't had a chance to fix it yet. So bear in mind, when you close the shutters for laser testing, security cannot respond as the side door auto locks. Make sure nobody goes in and out of the main labs. Shutters are down. Okay. Is this not the main lab? I kind of assumed this was the main lab. Let's try going and seeing where this takes us. Oh. Okay. Well, that's curious. I wonder if we can mess with those gas vents now. Okay, this is the main lab. Weird. Uh-oh. Stillness of the Ares laboratory is suddenly rent by the unmistakable sound of an explosion. The floor trembles beneath your feet and dust falls from the ceiling tiles. The echoes of the blast recede around you. The distinctive smell of atomized concrete and scorched carpeting wafts through the vents. What the hell? Duncan whips off his goggles across the room, scanning for a clue as to what happened. Somebody set off a goddamn bomb somewhere on this floor. Gobbet addresses Duncan with a cheerful expression. And this time, we didn't do it. Bye, big man. Gobbet raised her hand for a high five. goes unreturned, and she sheepishly lowers her hand. Reactor taps out a few comments at his bracer and doesn't even look up when he speaks. I'm not about to let anyone deny us our prize. If they're smart, they'll try to talk to us. If they're not, well, they're just another obstacle. With an explosion like that, our window just got a lot shorter. No shit. Come on, let's move. The longer we sit here jabbering, the closer backup gets to us. Hi guys. The bats in the next room are quite obviously Shadowrunners. The gear is mismatched, they wear no uniforms, and a mixture of technical gear and heavy armor indicates they're prepared for anything. Oh, okay. So let's go check over here. The Shadowrunners huddle up. Their voices are loud enough that you can hear them even through the glass door. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. Christ on a crutch, that was nasty. The orc wiped sweat from his brow with the back of one hand. Jarl, is that the last of them? Looks like it, Bull. The Jarl. My C-12 wrecked that stairwell, so we're safe from backup via that route. Oh, it's C-12! That's explosive. God. Hands a canteen to the human woman next to him. Dizzy, how you doing? Taking a long drink of the canteen, the woman breathes a deep sigh of relief before tossing it back to Jarl. Remind me again why we went to the executive level before getting to the lab? I'm all for a brawl, but putting 4 Knight Errant atoms off my Opti isn't my idea of a party. Dizzy points an accusatory finger at the shaman. You, sir, need to practice your martial arts. Opti raises his hands placatingly. We had to go up there, Dizzy. Without the key cards to get into the lab, we're as good as dead. Bull could have hacked the door, but his deck got slagged after you threw that rigger into him and broke his concentration. Continue listening. Okay. Well, plenty of blame to place right now. Right now we have to get the hell out of here. Nab that prototype and clear out before they get more soldiers down to this level. Bull tilts his neck to one side and then the other, each time a rippling pop runs down his spine. Got a job to do, people, so let's get cracking. Runner named Jarl seems to have noticed you finally. He gestures in your direction. Hey, Bull? Looks like we got some company in the lab. And around the orc decker regards you quizzically. Son of a bitch. Guess you guys got here first. Tell you what, we'll come in there and we can talk this over. Bull waves an Arfid keeper at the door, but it only buzzes in denial. He glances at the keycard invitation and then turns his eyes to you. Hey, would you mind letting us in? Rather not be trapped in here when Knight Errant backup arrives. I don't think so. Not until you tell me what you're doing here. Probably the same as you. The lab is a laser prototype, yeah? That's what we're here for. Just looks like you got to it first. He glanced over his shoulder nervously. Do you think we can have this conversation inside? In a minute, bird boy. How on your ass is Knight Errant anyway? Sucks that you're trapped out there, but I don't want guards crawling all over us either. Given the shitstorm we set off by going to the executive penthouses first, we probably have a few minutes. They'll be too busy trying to figure out what we're doing up there. Garl runs a hand through his hair and shrugs. Hardingham and Taylor's apartments are pretty trash. They'll have to figure out what we're really after before they can respond again. Why were you up in the executive penthouses? Got some intel that Hardingham and Taylor would be out tonight, but they had a secure safe down here. Figured that would be where they kept the prototype, and the key would also work on the lab door. Bull looks mournfully at the keycard in his hand. If wishes were fishes. Looks like we made the wrong move heading up there first. Ractor gives you a significant look. He speaks quietly so only you can hear. I know Taylor and Hardingham. That key is almost certainly for the private safe where they're keeping the auto repair circuitry. We need to let these runners in so I can get that key. Let's find out if they're willing to give up the key. He gestured Bull, getting his attention. Yeah, you made a decision yet? Kind of nervous out there. Give me your key card and we'll let you in. Well, I don't know what it goes to, but sure as hell doesn't get us inside that lab. Sure, I guess. So... we do need the prototype. Jarl nods in appreciation once the other team is safely inside the lab. Thanks a lot. We could have been cut apart out there. Never let yourself get back to your corner, you know? Sounds like something went wrong. Bull's deck got slagged by some sparky ice. We got surprised by a rigger coming out of a hallway. I did a hip throw on him, but the body hit the jack point Bull was using. Some kind of surge hit. The system went to red alert. Before we knew it, Knight Errant was crawling all over us. Rookie mistake, honestly. If I'd set up a redundant signal filter, I'd bet an extra split second when the jack got fritzed. As it was, I tripped some tar baby ice before I could get free. The system lit up like a Christmas tree. Here, catch. This keycard's worthless to me. Tosses the keycard he was attempting to use on the lab door. Thanks. Jarl spends a few minutes scrutinizing you when his face suddenly lights up. Wait a minute. I recognize you. You're Cade Wolf, right? Your name's all over the shadows of Hong Kong. But I hear you've been doing a lot of work for Kindly Cheng. Well, damn. Blinking a few times, Dizzy looks you over. There's a touch of awe in her voice as she speaks. I didn't expect to run into such heavy hitters on our first run out here. You have me at a disadvantage. Who are you? I'm Dizzy. The guy with the rifle is the Jarl. Dizzy stage whispers at you, cupping a hand next to their mouth. Try not to use the definite article. It sounds silly. Jarl, or the Jarl, whichever, is nonplussed by Dizzy's antics. It's a title, Dizzy. It deserves a the before it. Dizzy gestures at the Shaman and the Orc. Those two are Opti and Bull, magic and tech support. So, you ever heard of us? Can't say that I have. Well, I'm the best orc decker you never met. That's the important bit. We need to get a move on, though. KE will be here any minute. Not so fast. What about the prototype? Bull shakes his head and starts crudely. We can argue about this here, or we can try and get out of here before we get killed. It makes you feel better. You hang on till we get out of harm's way. Duncan nods his approval. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Just want to get out of here. Listen, what's your way out? We're going to rappel over the Federated Boeing building next door, but with all the racket, well, I think we'll probably get shot off the line. Come with us. We're taking an elevator shaft to the collapsed MTR station. I don't even know that was there. Should have done better legwork before we got here. Bull reloads his pistol, stabbing it back into the holster with a loud click. We'll follow. More guns couldn't hurt, right? Lead the way, we'll be right behind you. Suddenly there's a blare of alarms. Red lights click on overhead as an accompaniment to the noise. You also hear a sudden hissing sound, rather like tire deflating. With that sound comes an acrid odor hanging heavy in the air. They're gassing us. Look over there, it's coming out of that vent. My deck wasn't fried to be able to jack in and stop it. I hope you brought a deck or some drones. If you haven't, we have to get out of here fast. So one, gotta pick this up. Oh, actually I should have had someone else do that. Because we need to shut off the geese. So where are all the... Okay, that's where the vents are. We could also do it in... If you can get to... So we probably want to move you here and then use Koshai. Let's go. Duncan. I mean, assuming they're not coming in here, since they're gassing us. Never mind. Maybe they are. I mean, we definitely heard something. Oh, hi. Well, that's surprising. Just fucking murder this asshole. Alright, we really need that crit. Really? It's a 68% chance. Thank you. Thank you. Also weird that they're in here without... They're apparently not concerned about the gas. Oh, now you guys decide to move. I guess they probably have gas masks, the Knight Errant. Oh, hi guys. This is interesting. Okay. Well, that is probably who we want to kill. Just see another crit. Didn't get another crit. Okay. Then we need to haste Duncan. So we can kill this mage. Fuck. This is good! This is like the perfect spot. Missed. So that's in there, which is going to be annoying to get to. You can get here though. That door is now openable, which is curious. Holy shit, you can be double hasted? I didn't realize this. Amazing. Don't worry, Duncan's just gonna murder everyone with his fucking sniper rifle. Oh yeah, come up here, guys. Did a whole 9 damage. For once, I'm not worried about the damage. Oh my god, you missed. Oh, you also have no crit chance. Okay. Let's just go kill this. Since we're gonna do it with the drone, I think, at this point. Just gotta send him over there. Hi. Have fun. Got an achievement. Oh, use drones to kill a bunch of enemies. Yep, that I did. That I did. You missed? Oh god, you did miss. I mean, we should be fine. Oh, can you actually overclock this here? Oh, you still don't have line of sight to that? Oh, nice. Yeah, just so I can clock that guy. Nice! Yeah, somebody else is finally gonna get some hits in. Oh, she's just gonna run all the way up there and then stand in front of him. Well, apparently he's not interested in actually firing at her. Alright, Duncan. Wow, you only have a 56% chance to hit there. They finally got close enough. Who knows what else is in here, but... I see. Alright, I still have 2. Oh. You don't have less than 25% HP? You look like you do. Nice. Sounds like everyone is dead. Oh, that's a spirit you can summon. Well, that's cool. Hey, Gobbit, go open that safe for us, will you? Swiping the key card slot, the safe lets out a beep and the light flashes green. As the door swings open, the contents are revealed. A stack of chips and plexiglass cube containing a tingle of drone parts. Scoop up the goods. So now we just have to escape. Escaping is done over here. Okay. I mean, I think they're all dead guys, and the gas is off, so... Never mind. There's more coming. Oh, hi! Alright, as long as you guys don't get good. Wonderful. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Okay. I kind of think you should just, like, grenade them. Didn't really do as much damage as I wanted it to do. You fucking missed? God, Duncan, what the fuck do I... You missed again? It's an 80% shot! You fucking idiot. Oh, I forgot that I could do this. I can overclock it. Assuming I can actually... Fucking line of sight, really? Still blocked? Alright, please actually, like... Okay, there we go. Thank you. It's like, do something. This lady has just run up and just... Okay, well they're taking hits, I guess. Oh, I think Raptor is actually one of those. Oh, she's getting shot. Yes. Finally, I can overclock it. Oh, that's a dude. I didn't realize that, that guy's still there. Alright, we'll worry about killing him in a second. Well, I guess I should worry about killing him. Raptor should maybe worry about. You can't see him? Oh my god, Raptor. And you didn't kill him. Jesus. Oh wait, no, you can see him. You just have a terrible, yeah. Okay. Wow, that's really 3? Alright, well, I guess that's fine. This is a 73% chance! Oh, you guys. What are you doing? %? Oh, you finally tried to make an attack and you missed. Good job. Well, it missed too. Monks. Am I right? That's what I have to say. Fucking monks. Wait, what? Why do I have no crit chance? Weird. Only has light cover. Oh, is it because of... No? Huh. I don't understand why I have no crit chance. There we go. Thank you. Nice! Ractor peers intently at his bracer as he scans the room with it. I think that's the last security on this floor, but it won't be long before reinforcements arrive. They're sure to notice when their soldiers stop checking in. I jump we be gone before they realize we were ever here. I don't like the idea of Knight Errant tracking us back to the bolt hole. Tugging warily looks over his shoulder. The last thing we need is a bunch of armed soldiers coming where we live. That's unlikely, thankfully. Of all the megas, Ares has the best relationship with the Shadow community. They'll kill us, to be certain, but their management understands that we perform a necessary service, one that they pay for with great regularity. Alright, guys. Good job. Good work, team. Oh god, we have everyone following. The elevator doors refuse to open. Some kind of manual lock is engaged. A blinking alert message reads, elevator in transit. Doors will unlock once elevator passes floor 27. Looks like you won't be able to pry them open for a minute or two. Better hunker down. What? Oh, okay, more guys coming. I mean, that's fine. Well, might as well go up there. Because initially it sounded like they were coming up, so we should be watching for them to come in, but... Oh, nice! But then, yeah, we heard the things open, so I assumed they were coming this way. Oh, hello. Look at all these guys. Well, I mean... You missed every other one. Alright, you actually hit one for the first time. That's hilarious. Assume that I do not have a great shot accuracy here. Nice. I mean, I missed, but I missed in a, you know, sufficient way. Oh, I guess I could, oops. She can actually see him. That's weird. I just want you to get into cover. Killing hands. This monk will never kill anyone. Excuse me. Adept. Good work, Gobbet. You did it. Oh, it's another monk. It's another monk. Okay, so we don't have to kill this guy. We're definitely gonna fucking kill this guy. Because... Goodbye. We did it. Now we probably just had to... My thing? No, what the fuck? Why did the camera turn off? Well, the camera turned off for some reason, even though it's fully charged. Okay, sorry guys, the camera froze. I don't know why the camera turned off. I mean, we're gonna end the stream soon, but... The pungent smells of musty stone, grease, and the remnants of neurostun gas mix in your nostrils as you rappel down the elevator shaft. Whatever frustrated knight-errant security officers are in pursuit are too far away to be heard. All around you, there's only darkness and the occasional red-hued maintenance light. As you reach the bottom and pry open the heavy elevator doors, light comes flooding into the shaft. With any luck, you're only minutes away from the MTR station, and with it, freedom. Yeah, but we still gotta deal with the Shadowrunners. So, that's coming. Hello? There we go. You exit the service elevator, step out into the dimly lit basement. You hear no sounds or alarms, no shouting. It's only a matter of time before night errant catches up to you. The basement smells of mold and stale air. Faint vibrations run through the floor and walls every few moments, evidence of MTR trains passing nearby. That was closer than I'd have liked. Phew. Dizzy hunches over, hands on her knees as she pants excitedly. She straightens as she calms down. Chalk that up on things I don't want to do again. Get gasped while trying to escape from Knight Errant. Ah, buck up, Dizzy. At least your fists and feet could hurt those bastards. They did not hurt them. Literally once. I swear to God, I'm never running against Ares again unless I've got an assault cannon with me. The old 6-in just won't cut it against Knight Errant. Well, Sniper Rifle did pretty well. Just spring from APDS mounts, man. You don't need to overcompensate that much. So what now? You march through the basement into the central MTR station? Yeah, we should move fast. We don't have much time before they figure out where we are. Before we head off in the unknown, what are we going to do about the prototype? You need it for your job, and I need it for mine. You aren't the only one who needs it. We have a job to finish just like you do. It's unfortunate we can't both get what we want, but that's how life is some days. Can you suck it up and move on? Come on, you're well established. You've got a network of contacts. The runner community knows how reliable you are. I'm a little fish in a big pond here. I blow this job, I may not be able to work in Hong Kong again. Hell, you don't even need the prototype, just the damn GPS on it. God, this guy's fucking portrait is just awful. I don't like it either. Maybe we can work something out. Thanks, I mean it. I don't like the idea of cheating on a job, but we're on the same team here. Both have to live and work in the same environment. We are not on the same team. We take the laser, you take the GPS. I mean, if we're only here for the GPS, then that's fine by me. I don't care. How about this? We take the laser, you keep the GPS, nobody's the wiser. And I'll owe you one. Call it in, I'll help you out. Or get friends who can if I'm tied up. Okay. I mean, if that's what we need, that's fine. Ural takes a prototype from you, detaching the GPS tracker and handing back to you. Excellent. I'll make sure nobody hears about this deal. At least not at my end. So what now? Do you want us to leave, or can we stick with you until we get to the MTR station? No sense of dividing our forces. Sounds good to me. Lead the way. Okay, so you definitely end up fighting them, but that was like... I mean, I'm gonna trust that that's what we needed, because otherwise I don't actually know. Look at that familiar construction site. Tile set. Piercing howl cuts through the silence of the empty station. It's distant, but probably won't be for long. Better move, and move quickly. Shit. I hate dealing with dark dogs. We need to pick up the pace, we'll be up to our ears in angry mutts. Condemned area. An advanced med... Oh, we actually have everyone in here. I didn't even realize. Weird. Weird. Are they actually going to go into our rotation now? Are they actually... So that means if I go into here, they're in here. Oh god, they are! I don't like it! What is this guy? Oh, this guy's a fucking shaman? Weird. She's a monk. She's the monk. Do they... Oh, the orc is the decker. Right. I was like, do they not have a decker? No, this guy's not a decker. None of them? Okay, they definitely talked about the one of them being a decker, which was this guy, I think? But none of them actually have decking. Alright. Bad job, game. How the fuck long is this? Generator controls. So connect to backup generators. Backup sufficient bad power to keep the light on, but the remainder of the power is devoted to operating secondary doors. You could prevent night-hour forces from getting in except the way you came. Yes, please. Oh, hello. Those jokers in Central promised we'd have power down here. Beats me, the place is falling apart. I wouldn't be surprised if the wiring's open to pack with devil rats. Alright, let's not get entangled with them, if possible. Hello? Oh, more of them. Unfortunately. No, no, yep, there. Oh, so annoying. Oh, we could just go into... That's right, I forgot that we can do this. I forgot that they added this, which is great. Okay, so we don't get them. They're not in here, but... You missed? How much is this? 3. Do have 2 more. How much does this deal? Not that much damage. I don't know whether this is worth it. Alright, seems like it was probably worth it. Oh. Oh, I was trying to use this. Alright, well, that worked. Yeah, please just finish it off. I know you guys suck, but that, yeah, that was, Jesus, that was a terrible decision. At least go punch that. Oh my god. Well, you did 2 damage. Oh, there's a grenade. That did a lot of damage. No, actually. It's like one of these gonna hit. Alright. Hopefully that's it. Wait, who are you? As you move to the MTR station, several figures move to interrupt your advance. The leader is obvious, hulking brute of a troll. He cradles a heavy assault rifle in the crook of his cyberarm, and reeks of stale cigarettes and casual brutality. The name Steeltooth is stenciled across the flak vest beneath his jacket. His eyes narrow as you approach. It's far enough for you, punk. Steeltooth gestures toward you with the barrel of his gun, drinking a drag from his cigarette. My crew's had a long night. Nerves a little raw, you know? Crouching somebody's face always brightens my mood. Let me speak in small words so you don't misunderstand. He takes a long drag on a cigarette, exhaling the smoke through his nose. Give us the prototype laser, or we're gonna kill you so hard your ancestors feel it. Try it. Watch how fast I aired you out. Steeltooth snorts, baring his tusks. You could try. Platform 6 is already painted with what's left of another team who didn't surrender. Turns out they didn't have the prototype. Maybe you do. He thrusts his lower jaw out, snarling over his tusks. You think you're tough, jackass? I've eaten burritos that are tougher than you. You're about as scary as a pile of wet kittens. Troll doesn't even favor Wu with a glance. Better keep your dog over there on a shorter leash, woman, or he's likely to be put down. So we could presumably just hand over our team, so that makes sense why it was like, oh, well, that was easy. We can just give it to him. So it's like, oh, you solved the fight. Oh, no, you didn't solve the fight, because now you can hand them over. You can betray them here. Right, cigarette's done, which means your time's up. Hand over the prototype now. You must be the genius Ares caught breaking in twice in one night. What are you talking about? Don't be stupid. Troll's shifting glance and wary eyes indicated depth of his ability to lie, about the same as a puddle. Came in the front door first, and then you came back dressed as a janitor. Hey, shut up, okay? Just shut up. I was doing legwork. The suits weren't telling me nothing, so I tried to get in and root around a bit, you know? You want to keep your arms? You don't tell anybody about that. I'm not giving you a damn thing. Oh, I see. You want to be a hard case, is that right? Fine. Troll lifts his rifle, staring down the barrel at you. Light him up. Just don't murder me in the first round, and then I'll be fine. That might murder me in the first round. Alright, we're fine. Other than that, none of these things are cover. These are all garbage. Okay. Wait, why can't I do... Oh, Duncan's out of sight there. Okay, Duncan's gonna have to move. Which is fine, probably. Anyway, do this first. Activate Koshai. Let's overclock Koshai. Let's give Koshai an aim boost. Okay, somebody else can finish that off. Holy shit. These guys are easy as fuck to kill. Alright, I gotta move him first. Whoops! I did not mean to use that ability. Samurai or an adept? Oh, come on. Just fucking shoot them! You bunch of fucking cowards. Alright. Promise of safety and freedom. Your own nods and appreciation extending a hand to you. Thanks for all the help tonight. Don't know if I've been able to get out of there without you. The world's better off with people like you in it. What will you do now? Shrugs and grins. The usual. Make a handoff, get paid. Take a few more jobs out here. Got a lot of debts to pay off, you know? Nothing's free in this life. Keep safe out there, okay? All gotta stick together. If we don't, we end up with bullets in our back. Okay. Seems like we made it. It's interesting that so the guys are really easy to kill. So it's more to put the pressure on you of like making a decision, but if you do decide to stand by them, it's like it's not a hard fight. The MTR train pulls away from the station. You become lost in the crowd. Just another face traveling from Central towards Kowloon. Every second puts blessed distance between you and the hornet's nest of night errant soldiers you left in your wake. With the data planted and GPS module in your possession, it seems certain that Ares Asia will place the blame for your run on the doorstep of the Red Dragon Association. Loss of the prototype laser is unfortunate, but allies are often more valuable than gear, especially in the shadows. With any luck, they'll be able to pay you back soon enough. Oh yeah, I'm building all these allies, right? So I got my vampire friend. I got those guys. I hope that that's like a thing that comes back. Oh, I forgot I was gonna go get rest before I left. So I'll try to remember to do that next time. Let's make a save. Alright, we did it. That was good. That was really good. I'm glad to be getting back into this. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this game. Looks like we basically got to do So we got another we got Gaichu's mission to do. We have a couple other side missions that are just unrelated side missions, I think. And I think everyone, what the hell? Trying to think of what, because we've done Gobbet's mission, we've done Isabel's mission, we've now done Ractor's mission, we have Gaichu's mission. Yeah, and then we have Duncan, who, I don't think Duncan has a separate mission from the main plot. He's just main plot. So we've got that. That's what's coming. Which is good. Very good. Yeah. So yeah, I will not be streaming tomorrow or Thursday. I will try to be back on Friday for Pathologic. And I will try to be back next Tuesday with continuing this. That's the goal. So thanks to everybody who hung out tonight. It was a lot of fun for me. Hope it's fun for you. Hope you come by again in the future. Chat. Yeah, and hope you have a good night.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together
In the box.
and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my